morning, everybody. Welcome to Going Nuclear, full-blown coverage of the land right here, part of the Land Multimedia Group. I am Ethan Greenberg, and alongside of me are my co-hosts, Mike Pellegrini and Drew Hagenbaugh. Welcome in, everybody. It is a special day of Going Nuclear. We are going to be here to give you all of your usual subjects here. We'll be talking about the Cavs. We'll be talking about the Guardians, the Browns, etc. But we're going to go our normal about hour here. And at 10 o'clock today, if you didn't know it, folks, it is the first day of the World Cup. And in action tonight will be South Korea and Czechia. And so we are going to watch along with that. We can't show the video here, of course, for copyright purposes, but we will have it on. We'll be talking through it. Please. Yeah, I know, Drew. I know, Drew. Please join in with us. Talk to us. Give us your comments as you're watching the game. You know, we're going to be checking it all out. It'll be great. Yes, I don't know who these people are, but yes, Bemi Temi. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're solid a fan or not. Don't know. Like and subscribe. Join with us. All right, guys. I've done enough talking here for a big 2.5 minutes or something like that. Mike, Drew, how are we doing, fellas? Mike, it's a bit late there, but this is no problem for you. It's World Cup time.
I've got a cup of coffee. I've got some custard creams, and I'm ready to go for Game 2 of a 104 at the World Cup. So I'm happy.
All right, I am excited to hear that. You are ready. You are definitely ready to roll there, Mike. And Drew, what about you, sir?
Yeah, I've already told everyone not to contact me, do nothing. Like, I am going to be locked in for this World Cup. And you know what? I was hoping to get the job as the World Cup watcher that they had on like the Fox Sports. Like, you know how cool that would have been?
What happened, dude?
Dude, they didn't select me.
You're talking about the guy that sits in a box in New York?
Yeah, and Times Square just does nothing but watch all 104 games and gets paid $50K to do it.
Well, Drew, you should have sent him a picture of your actual box that you live in, and they would have said, "Oh, this guy's perfectly qualified, right?"
Yeah, all I do is sit in the box all day, work, and watch the games anyways. So I might as well do that. Might as well do that in the middle of Times Square where everyone can see me.
No, I think so. I absolutely think so. Oh, perfect. Well, again, thank you all for being with us here. Again, we're going to do things a little bit different tonight. Not only our usual Going Nuclear type topics, but we are going to get into the World Cup here. We've got someone who's actually in England where they actually appreciate proper football. While Drew and I, we're outsiders here, but that's okay. We try our best. We do in fact try our best. So again, thank you all for tuning in. We are part of the Land Multimedia Group. And folks, just remember that a proud sponsor of all of the podcasts for the Land Multimedia Group is Dick's House of Sport. Be sure to check out Dick's House of Sport in Strongsville for all of your sporting good needs. There's so much more there with golf club fittings, simulators, et cetera, field out back. You could do parties there. As I like to say, it's not just a store, it's a destination. So thank you very much to Dick's House of Sport. And hey, Bemi Temi, thanks for subscribing. It is Bemi Temi's birthday.
Hey,
awesome.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Of course. So, guys, I thought where we'd start is something that happened last night in sports, and it's only loosely related to Cleveland. And I'd love to get your thoughts on this. So, we're nuts, right? As sports fans, we're generally nuts. We watched the Cavs playoff games together. I lost my mind, right? And I now see why my wife thinks that sports are stupid. I think that what is happening in places like New York and has happened in many other places, it's a reason that she thinks sports are stupid and people who go nuts over sports, it's just ridiculous. Mike and I were talking about this a little earlier. I saw a story that was posted on ESPN.com. I think the Associated Press reported it. Apparently, after the Spurs choked away a 29-point lead in a manner that is just unfathomable. They get back to the hotel, and apparently people were booing and, in their words, jeering Victor Wembanyama, and somebody even hurled an egg at him. Apparently, it didn't hit him. But that's the kind of stupidity that people do that make those who aren't huge sports fans think we're nuts. And I get it. I completely get it. I like, why is it that it's not enough for your team to win? Why is it that you have to try to be an a-hole to opposing fans? I know, Mike, in the UK, when we talk about the football, how the stadiums, to avoid these conflicts, they, have very specific procedures for fans getting in and out of stadiums. You have very specific procedures of where visiting fans sit in your stadiums. Seems to me they're the ones who have it right, and the U.S., we've got it wrong. What say you guys?
But then the World Cup doesn't have that. There's no segregation at the World Cup. It's all mixed in, isn't it?
I would have to assume. I mean, I don't know, Drew.
Yeah, the World Cup is everyone's mixed in together because they're not going to separate all the people, so they're all mixed together.
But I mean,
you'll have a block of like one team fans and a block of the other.
Yeah, you have a block, but then everyone's just
like.
But that's what they do in MLS too. Like they'll have like a section designated for like the away supporters, and then you could always just sit elsewhere if it's not, as long as it's not the home supporter section. So like Cincinnati fans can't come into the Nordeca for Columbus Crew games, or like same with like Nashville fans or whatever. But they'll have like their own like designated section. But for the New York fans, they do this every year, where whether it's the Yankees fans, Mets fans, and Knicks, whoever, they always have to ruin sports by just being like, "Oh, we're in the playoffs. Oh, you're an opposing team's fan. We have to find some way to harm you and hurt you, or you're a player of the other team. We have to find some ways to harass you." I know a lot of people were talking about what Tom Hamilton said about Jazz Chisholm on the road in New York last week or so, and they didn't like it because he was on Kimmel to promote his charity, and obviously it was a lighthearted joke by Tom Hamilton making fun of his batting average, like nothing serious, not just Tom Hamilton does it to everybody. So then it's like you see Guardians fans on Twitter saying like, okay, so it was definitely cool for Yankees fans to be racist towards Stephen Kwan a few years ago when Kwan was a rookie and throw stuff at him and Oscar Mercado in the outfield. And then you have Miles Straw jumping into the crowd, getting ready to fight somebody. And it took the entire Yankees team to literally go in the outfield and be like, hey, stop. Like, you see Judge and Stan, all them going like, hey, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys throwing stuff and being racist towards two people on the field? Like, you're supposed to be fans of world class, and you're world classless. And it's just New York fans. Like,
Boston does it too. Boston fans are terrible.
But New York fans are like 10 times worse, I swear.
Because New York fans, they'll try to rip your jersey. I saw last year was the Pacers fan, whatever. They tried to yank the jersey off the dude's back or something. It's like, oh my god!
Did they do that? Was it game 3 or game 4?
Yeah,
it was San Antonio fan.
I don't get it, and that's one more reason why I have no sympathy or no kind of feeling toward New York fans. Boo-hoo, they haven't won since the 70s. I don't care. I honestly don't care, and I know this is an unpopular opinion, right? Right now, Spurs are down 3-1. Yeah. Only one team has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals. It happened to be our Cleveland Cavs. So I would be willing for the Spurs to duplicate our feat if it meant crushing the souls of the New York Knicks fans. Just not because there are, and I know it's not every one of them, right? Yeah. It's a select few, a-holes, right? And so it's hard to lump everybody together because not everybody is that way, but it really is a bad look. And I don't get the mentality, and maybe it's an overarching thing. Like, are there cities to you guys, and we talked about worst fan bases, but to me, New York people take such a pride in being from New York and that it's better than everything else. I mean, Mike, you're literally across the Atlantic Ocean. Do you see any type of similarities, or do you ever encounter this type of thing about people from other countries or areas where they feel they are so far superior? And do they eat baguettes there?
I shouldn't get into this conversation.
Okay.
There's a certain fan base that we all dislike, and they're very color. They colorate. My mouth's gone. They color. What's the word? Color. Correlation, like
correlation.
Yeah.
Yes, they correlate. Yeah,
very well. And I'd say it's Arsenal fans. Yeah, are very similar to New York fans. Like.
Okay.
They're very. I don't know how to describe it without coming across the wrong way, but
bitter, annoying.
They're
very annoying,
sad.
They're sad.
Well, basically, so I guess what I would say,
and there was Arsenal fans fighting amongst each other, their own parades.
I think I know what Mike's trying to say. They're spoiled children who think they deserve the world and deserve everything.
Yeah. Thank you, Drew. You've hit the nail on.
But they were fighting at their own PGML parade the other week. It's like New York fans. I guarantee if they win the championship,
they're going to beat each other up. Yeah,
they're going to beat each other up at their own parade.
And we've seen it in other cities, quite frankly. We've seen other things happen. I mean, now, granted, it wasn't fans fighting, but we had the incident in Kansas City a couple years ago for the Chiefs. There was somebody with a gun.
Yeah, Philly. I think there's like multiple incidents.
And there was an incident in Cleveland, but it was like at the Rapid or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't at the actual parade. I mean,
it was after, because I remember that, because I left the parade and like there was gunshots, and then the guy got pinned to the floor by the
good, but I mean, it's crazy, and they're doing this before they've even won the title. They've done
it in every series though. They did it to Philly fans, they did it to San Antonio fans. I can't even remember who they played in the first one. It was Atlanta.
Right. I feel as though
they even harassed him. Was it J.R. Smith or Amon Shepard?
Yeah. Was that this year or last year? And they harassed Windhorst. They harassed.
Yeah, they definitely harassed Windy.
Yeah, I feel like these people are a-holes looking to be a-holes. They would find a reason to be an a-hole. It really doesn't have anything to do with the sports. It's just that they're a-holes and they decided to be an a-hole.
Well, what I find funny too is if you're going to throw an egg at a guy who's 7'5", how do you miss such a large target?
Yeah, that's kind of a good point, Drew. That's a very good point. So I know that's not exactly how I wanted to come out of the gates here tonight, but I saw it and felt compelled to kind of discuss that. Obviously, let's just go real quickly. We'll talk kind of about the Cavs, and we've already hit on the NBA Finals. What do you fellas think? Rumors are swirling a little bit. Now, obviously, we can't do anything until the new league year starts. I believe they said that's July 1st. So the finals will end within the next week, one way or another. I think they said like July.
Whenever the final, I don't even know when Game 5 is.
Yeah, I don't know. But there's talk about possibly the Cavs being more interested in keeping Dean Wade rather than Keon Ellis. I am perplexed by this. I am befuddled by this. I cannot come up with a compelling reason to keep Dean Wade on this team over Keon Ellis when it comes to what they could be on the court. I understand Dean Wade they like his size, but he he needs to act like he belongs. He appears to be afraid or not want to step up in the moment. And a guy like Keon Ellis just goes out there and balls. And maybe he's not the best guy. Maybe he's not as good of a shooter as Dean Wade, but it doesn't matter because Dean Wade won't shoot. I don't know the compelling reason that if you had a choice between those two, I can't see why you would want Dean Wade over Keon Ellis. I mean, Drew, what do you think? Anything that comes to mind as to why you think they would want to possibly go that route, or are they just bluffing?
I want to say they're bluffing, but I know a lot of our front offices here in Cleveland are pretty dumb. And they're typically not bluffing when they say stuff like that, because I think you said what it was right. You know, they just like his size and that he's good defensively. And that's all that he really has. Again, it's like having Isaac Okoro. It's just size and defense. It provides nothing of an offense. And at least Keon Ellis is a decent three-point shooter. So he can at least shoot the basketball. He's not afraid to take a shot when he's wide open. So, I mean, I'd rather have a guy who can get 2 steals, maybe a block, and, is not afraid to pull up when he's wide open. Because, again, all playoffs long, Dean Wade wide open, hesitant to shoot, passes it off, turns the ball over. What are we doing? Shoot the 3. I don't care if you miss. As long as you take the wide open shot, just take it. You're a grown man. Take it.
Act like you belong.
Yeah, and you're not a bad 3-point shooter either. When he does, he's a decent 3-point shooter. He's like a career 38% to 40% free throw.
The guy single-handedly led a comeback a season or so ago against the Boston Celtics. So he's got.
Where's that Dean Wade at?
He's constantly injured. I don't know. Mike, your thoughts on the matter?
So my thought that just came up to my mind was, right, if you're bringing him back solely because of his size, can't we just draft a guy at 29 that's 6'9" and just use them to basically replicate what Dean Wade offers on the defensive side? Because if Dean Wade's not going to shoot and we're just going to pay him whatever the money is just for his size on defense, can't we just find some college dude who's 6'9" and just draft him in the first round if he's a first round talent? Rather than pay Dean Wade $12 million or whatever.
I'd do that if I had to.
And then just keep Keon Ellis instead, who's probably more valuable on both sides of the court. Keon Ellis is quite good defensively, and he can score. It's
I love his energy.
I'd rather if it came to the 2, I'd rather keep Keon Ellis. And then if you want to have some Dean Wade kind of characteristic on the team, can't you just find that kind of guy late in the first round?
Well, don't we have it in Naquan Tomlin?
Yeah, you got size, and you got a guy he's overly aggressive, but sometimes you need that. I love how people describe Naquan Tomlin as he's just a fearless basketball player. He plays without fear. He's not afraid to foul you. He's not afraid to go up against the biggest guys. He plays without fear. He'll dunk on someone who's 7 foot. He'll dunk on a guy like Wemby and not be afraid to try it. He'll just go up there and be like, I'm gonna. He looks at him. He
has nothing to lose.
Yeah, he plays like he has nothing to lose. This is his life is on the line.
I love it. No, I would have much rather seen him get minutes in when we were struggling in the playoffs, especially against the Knicks. I think he could have been used in other series, and we're still all, I know, scratching our heads, wondering what the heck happened and what Kenny Atkinson was doing, and thinking about Kenny Atkinson, last night's Spurs loss was a 29-point blown lead. They were up by 20. Were they up 29 at the half?
29. They were up 27
at the half. 27 at the half.
I think, and then they extended it briefly in the third period.
And they blew it. There was a crucial, there were some free throw misses. There was De'Aaron Fox's boneheaded move, whereas I suggested a middle school coach just threw a clipboard at somebody, telling his player to dribble the ball out and get fouled rather than trying to take a shot, which De'Aaron Fox did. And then the countless number of three-pointers. But let's ask this, and I know this question was asked all over Cleveland radio, and it certainly came to my mind right away. The Cavs blowing of game 1 in their series versus the Knicks. and now seeing the Spurs do that in Game 4 of the NBA Finals, does you make you feel any less worse? I know this is very poor grammar. Any less worse about what the Cavs did after we watch the Spurs do that, Mike?
Can I answer this question after Game 5? Because if the Spurs do what the Cavs did and they lose Game 5 afterwards, then I'd probably give you a completely different answer to that question, to be honest.
Okay, so you're
if the Spurs react and then they go and win Game 5 after blowing a bigger lead, then it's not exactly going to make me feel
okay.
Good. But then if the Spurs go out and do what the Cavs did and lose Game 5 afterwards, then it'll kind of make me feel a bit better about it, maybe a little bit.
I understand. What about you, Drew? Where do you fall on that?
Well, I'm right there with Mike, because I think I would feel better if the Knicks did win right after the winning, coming back from 22, because, it happened to us, but it shows you that New York was actually just a really good team and that they deserved to win that and come back and all this and that. And it wasn't a fluke. You do it once, you do it twice. Hey, if you do it twice, it's not a fluke. So I wouldn't be overly upset, but if the Spurs win, then I'd be like, really, we couldn't do it. We couldn't win a game, or
our guys gave up.
Yeah,
they've said this. This is not an original thought. Our guys basically gave up. That broke them. It broke them mentally, and I can understand that. That can happen, but it shouldn't. You need to be stronger mentally than that. If you look back, kind of funny, we're going on 10 years now since the Cavs won their one and only NBA championship. That series featured each team losing a game by like 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's crazy.
But I was just thinking, like, that LeBron team in 2016, I think if they had done that, they probably would have came out in the next game, punched the opponent in the mouth and won by 20 themselves. Like,
it's a completely different
mentality. I don't think they would have had that mindset of just giving up or letting it affect them like this Cavs team did. I think the LeBron-led team would have bounced back, personally.
Well, didn't that happen in the finals where we lost? I think it was Game 4, or no, because we went down. Yeah, we were down 3-1. I think it was Game 4 where we lost by like 20, because it was like 90 something to like 70, and the Cavs came back and won the next game by like 20 or something.
I'd have to look back at the scores.
I have to look back at it too. I forgot the scores.
I think we definitely had, I believe we lost games 1 and 2. We came back Game 3.
Yeah, we won Game 3.
Well, Game 3 we won by 30. Game 4 we lost by 11.
Yeah,
okay,
it was
11.
close.
And then we won by 15, 14, and 4 points. So
right, and I mean the Game 4 obviously was back and forth, and then we were losing it at the end, and then Draymond Green hits LeBron in the package.
So we lost Game 2 by 33 points, and then came back and beat him by 30 in the next game.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, that's exactly it.
And I think someone was discussing, I think going into Game 7, I believe the teams were even in points.
Yeah,
I believe so.
I mean, it's kind of, that was just an amazing series. I don't know, and certainly to see the Spurs blow that game was just mind-blowing. I was trying not to watch. I was keeping track of the score, and I know I sent it to you guys when it was about 17 points. I had a bad feeling. I was the black-eyed peas. I got a feeling that tonight's going to be a bad night. It could be a good night if you were a New York person, but I don't know. So that was tough. I don't know what the Cavs are going to do. The rumors are swirling also that maybe Giannis wants to go to a historic franchise, which would suggest the Lakers or the Celtics.
Or maybe Miami. They've won two titles. They've
won 3.
Right, sorry.
But
they've been linked to him. So
all right, go there. I can't see that would be terrible for the Bucks to make that kind of a move. But and then we'll see what happens. And again, Brian Windhorst is talking and suggesting that possibly the best place for LeBron to be would be staying in LA.
Mhm.
I could see that. I honestly could see that if he's willing to play, to play there and at the right price. I mean, obviously, I think as Cavs fans, we would welcome him back. We're not scorned lovers. I know some people who are scorned lovers, and therefore don't want him in Cleveland. I like winning.
He won us a title, and people are still bitter that he left the first time. Like, what's going on there?
Oh, they're bitter that he left a second time.
The second time, yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
Really?
I
Who
have
cares?
no problem with that. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. All right.
But the thing is, yeah, whoever gets LeBron now, they can't pay him $50 million for a 41-year-old. Like he's 41 now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he will be 42 in the middle of next season.
I'll give you slightly above the vet minimum.
It's like if he wants more than like 14, 15 million, it's like, dude, anything beneath that's too steep, in my opinion. Like he needs to take a massive pay cut at this point if he wants to extend his career. It's like maybe give him if he wants to play another 3 years, give him like a 3-year, $42 million contract and be like, that's all we're going to pay you. Because the thing is, if he goes back to the Lakers, stays at the Lakers, and they commit to him a high amount of money, they're not going to be able to improve that team.
No, they stink. I'm gonna be quite blunt. They stink. Luka's fine, and LeBron is great. But the two of them together, the rest of the pieces suck. They suck. Let's just be frank. They're mediocre at best.
I'm still amazed how they flipping won that series without Luka. Like,
yeah, they're mediocre at best. They are mediocre at best. I mean, when your third best player is Austin Reeves, I think there's an issue, right?
Well, and the fact is that the Cavs are a lot better than the Lakers. And if LeBron does want his final chance of winning a title, there's only one place to really do it, and that's coming home. And because, again, you have the weakened Eastern Conference, and you have a good team already who made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So you're already right there.
Right. And because what I'll tell you is going to the war, there's discussion. Could it be the Warriors? The Warriors are over the hill and suck.
Yeah.
So I don't see that as being the great destination for him. You have young and good teams in Oklahoma City and San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Denver is kind of meh. Houston, maybe they'll get a little bit better if they get, when they get, assuming, so what is it, Van Vliet or is it Powell that was injured? Van Vliet.
Yeah.
I mean, if he comes back, if he plays, that makes them a better team. The East is an easier path because Boston, something smells fishy there. I mean, they may not have both Tatum and Brown. It doesn't sound like it. Sounds like there could be a move made there. Maybe that's in a trade with Giannis. I don't know.
Do you know what's dumb though? It all depends on what LeBron's priorities at this point. If it's just like if it's like just playing out his career, taking money, expanding these personal records, then you stay in LA. You stay out west. You play for the Lakers. But then if you want to win another championship before you retire, you come on the cheapest deal possible and go to either Cleveland or Boston, and like that's because if he comes on a cheap deal, neither one of those teams have to blow up their roster for him, and he instantly improves him. Whereas if he wants the money, those teams ain't going to be able to improve with LeBron.
Yeah,
that's what he wants to do. Really, like if he's going to take the money, personally, he should just stay in LA. Like,
no, I agree. I do.
They go over the cap more as well because he's their player, so they can take on more money.
Yeah, it's the bird rights.
Bird rights or something, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but it is what it is. We will just have to wait and see.
Take him on a cheap $4 or $5 million deal.
Sure. I would take him for 10.
Probably if you can finance it. I'd rather him than Dean Wade.
Oh, right, and that's
I'd give him Dean Wade's money.
Nah, I'd rather have Dean Wade. I'm just kidding.
I think that there's something that I heard made me think that there's a piece of this with this Dean Wade deal, where as a potential trade chip.
The Lakers like Dean Wade because we'll do a signing trade for LeBron for Dean
J.A. Dean Wade. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just saying I feel like there's something I heard, and I don't want to be quoted. It's like, don't quote me on that. That's just, I hear lots of things. Most of these things are imaginary. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I should have said that. So anyway, guys, another team in Cleveland had the day off today. Thank goodness. Guards ball has been sad recently. We come off of going into New York and taking 2 out of 3. We then we lose 2 out of 3 in Texas, and then come home and get swept by those bums.
1 win in 7, I think it is for the Guardians.
Yeah, and we are now in second place. We are a half game behind the White Sox. We're behind them 2 games in the loss column.
Are they winning that series? Aren't they playing someone good as well?
They're not. The game was rained out. They are playing the Braves.
The Braves are the only team now in the league that haven't been swept, by the way, because the Guardians were the second, and that happened over the weekend against the Yankees.
Right.
I hope the Braves don't follow suit and end up getting swept by Chicago.
I mean, I have no explanation for this, and it's certainly something that's frustrating. Although, good news that came about just this afternoon. Bye, Nolan Jones. No hard feelings. We sent him to the White Sox for what is it?
250K in international cash considerations.
So do we get paid in euros? Maybe. You know what? I know what they're getting. Pesos.
I think it's 250K
the Dolans
yen.
wanted pesos.
I think it's yen.
Is it yen? Okay. No,
yeah, you gotta get yourself on a Japanese train now. Get yourself a Shohei or a Murakami.
We do. We do. Can we get? I mean, we had the cheap version. We had the Temu version. We had Shin Soo Chu.
Yeah, and we have who's it from Taipei or Taiwan? Stuart Fairchild. He's from Taiwan.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's Taiwanese. Yeah.
So who's that infielder that they signed from Japan? I can't remember his name.
Chicago.
Yeah, because
Murakami.
He had the home run record in Japan.
Yeah.
And I was like, we should sign him and we could just use him as a DH or something. And then he's ended up going and playing for Chicago, and he's
killing it.
He's killing it for him. I'm like, told you, we should have tried to push for him, even if he can't play third base. He's third baseman, right?
Yeah, I think he's like a third baseman, but just make him everyday DH.
You could have put
make him
a
utility man. You make him a utility player. You can find us. Fine. So
you can teach him. You can teach him first base.
Fine. If you could get someone who can hit the gosh darn ball and field the ball at all, you find a place for them. I feel like this team, and we've all discussed this. This team has shortcomings, and I don't know where the reinforcements are going to come from. We've got a series this weekend. It's a very important series, believe it or not. We've got a chance to win some ball games. We're taking on Detroit. Detroit is having a disastrous season by all measurements. They're 29-40. 29-40. But
have you seen who we're facing on Saturday?
Is it going to be Skubal on a pitch count?
Skubal on Saturday.
Who was pitching Saturday for them? Yeah, I don't know who's pitching fast. I can't remember, but
I'll take a look as we're discussing it. But now Skubal's coming back, and I think that this was something that I had a discussion with a couple of fellas on Prospects of the Land with Nate and Taven that I do, and we talked about guys that maybe the Guardians should go after from
Cantelo's pitching for us.
Yeah, it's the lefty.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Oh. We're hosts. So we've got Bobby versus Flaherty.
Yeah, we got Bobby,
Cantillo,
Flaherty,
Skubal, and then Williams against nobody. As of
bullpen
this moment.
game.
Bullpen. So we absolutely have to take 2 of 3. Yeah. What do you guys think the Guardians could or should do, and how do they do it when it comes to upgrading the pitching staff or bringing in the reinforcements or finding another bat, whether it's guys at AAA or making a trade for some magic beans. I mean, I'm kind of losing my mind and scratching my head at the same time. Maybe as I'm scratching, it's coming out of my ears. I really don't know which it is. It seems like there is no obvious solution to this situation, because clearly we've got Parker Messick has been fantastic. Although, I mean, obviously his earlier starts in the season, he was like unhittable, and he was absolutely amazing. Gavin Williams has been steady. Tanner Bybee has finally started to come around, and if he got some run support, who knows? I mean, he might actually have, I don't know, a handful of wins instead of just one.
Slade Ciccone the one that's worrying for me in the rotation.
And how about Cantillo? Who worries you more, guys? Ciccone or Cantillo?
Probably Ciccone right now, because at least Cantillo can go about 5 or 6 innings.
The funny thing is, though, I'd actually rather say Ciccone turn around and Cantillo doesn't, because with Cantillo, you can move him to the bullpen and you can pitch like 2 innings, and you can still actually use him, because his problem is he struggles when he gets to like the 3rd time around the inning.
Yeah, he gets
up. So it's like that's the issue with him. So if Slade can fix his problems and then Cantillo's the weak man, at least you can move him to the bullpen. But for the bullpen, I'd get rid of like Matt Festa, Sean Armstrong, and I'd call up Franco Alaman, and then Eric Saboski is going to come back, and then you've got Waters coming back soon. Got Espino's too good to be in AAA.
Get him up here.
What are you going to do with him? Are you going to use him as a bullpen arm, or are you going to try and put him into the rotation?
Oh wow, they're using Espino in the pen, right?
Yeah.
In Columbus, I keep him in the pen. I think that to try and turn him into a starter would be something going into next year.
Could you trade a weakness in your rotation to another team that's got a weaker rotation to then improve the offense? So could you trade Slade Ciccone to somewhere?
Right, as a slight upgrade for them.
Yeah.
And they've got excess at a hitting, in the lineup that they could send our way. I'm sure there's something that they could do. I just don't know what the obvious moves are. And it's probably not going to be an obvious move. It's going to be something that's under the radar, that where we scratch our heads because we have no idea who the player is.
We've got too many good pitchers down in AAA. Like the bats in AAA, like you've got the likes of Nolan Jones, who's gone, Bo Naylor,
Khalil Watson.
Yeah, Khalil Watson. Look, I'm talking about the guys that suck.
Oh, the guys that suck. Yeah.
we've got a few guys down there who are terrible, and they should never be called up again. But
Stuart Fairchild.
Stuart Fairchild, he needs to be sent back to Cincinnati, personally. But it's the pitchers down there. Like the pitchers, we've got too many guys that we could definitely use. Like, but for some reason, I feel like the skipper just likes Matt Festa too much.
I don't get that.
To make the move, and it's really annoying because Franco Alaman's doing too well down in Columbus.
Yeah,
being the big club at this point,
Well, I think at the end of the day, you DFA both Festa and Armstrong, and you bring up like Aliman, and you bring up like Espino or whoever, and then you get Walters back, Sabrowski, and then the bullpen improves because you can even get rid of like who's it, Colin Hoyer. He can go back down, and
Cody Hoyer, and we got
Cody Hoyer.
Holderman and Hoyer. You're getting them combined.
Mixed up. I know one of them's Colin. Yeah. But yeah, Holderman also can go away too. Although I think he's been okay at least.
He has, but I am okay. When I see certain guys come in from the bullpen, there is an uneasiness that comes over me.
We've got Will Dion that is going to be sent down for Saboski because he's a lefty, so he's going to be sent down.
Well, for me, I said this on my podcast earlier today. I said, give me at least either another starter rotation person. I said either a back end reliever, or just give me I'm sorry to Quan, but I need a power bat in the outfield.
I kind of tend to agree. I think because even when he is at his best, he's not going to be a power hitter. My question is this: when you talk about a power hitter in the outfield, what is it? Just a rookie slump for DeLauder?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
He'll come around.
Okay, I mean, and he could represent the power hitter in right field that you need.
Then you just need a simple bat or just a solid guy who could hit.
Right. And I think that if you've got, again, as constructed on a normal day, Martinez, Quan, and DeLauder could be formidable.
Yeah. I agree.
But Quan, something is just not right with the guy. And we talked about his whatever was going on off the field, maybe, and whatever they did to change his swing. The fact that he screws up a bunt opportunity, and I mean, I don't even know.
I wouldn't mind trying out Khalil Watson in center field for like a week or two or something just to see what he's got.
I mean, Khalil Watson, I'm looking at his stats.
It can't be worse than Fairchild. Fairchild's a waste of space, and you just need
that's what I mean. You bring up, you send down Fairchild, you bring up Khalil Watson, and then you just put him in the outfield just to give him a run.
I'd be fine with that because Watson, not to be confused with the other Watson in town who we don't want to discuss. Khalil Watson, though, I see his batting average 260. He is, let's see, he does strike out an awful lot, 67 strikeouts, 34 walks. So he strikes out twice as often as he gets a base on balls. We're talking about 35 runs batted in, 12 homers, a triple, 10 doubles out of it, and that's out of his 51 hits, scored 41 runs. It's not bad. Certainly, do you think Valera will get another shot?
Maybe there's a chance.
I mean, he's not a power hitter for sure.
No, but he'd probably be a better hitter than Steven Kwan at this point right now.
Right now, exactly. So they've got to do something. You hit on it, I believe, earlier, Mike, and it's something we probably talked about before. But Ralphie Velasquez, not yet, but he will get a chance. He's going
to be our first. He's going to be our full-time first baseman.
I believe that
for the future.
I also want to see Jason Churio get called up from Akron to Columbus because I went and saw him down in Akron like a couple weeks ago, and that kid's a stud.
Well, and he just got called up from Lake County to Akron, correct?
That was at the beginning of the year.
Okay. So he's getting a little time. I think by the end of the year he'll probably be at Columbus.
Well, when I saw him, he was batting like 325. I had like almost like 1,000 OPS. I was like, this kid's. And we all know his brother's insanely good in Jackson Churio for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Well, and I mean, and we know that there's going to be some changes also and help in the lineup. Probably at the catching position, maybe not this year, but by next year. And I know we're focused on this year because you've got two good catchers between Cody Huff and Cooper Ingle down in Columbus, both hitting 299. Cooper Ingle is a 1.011 OPS, and Cody Huff is 0.942.
Wow,
so
that's insane.
Do you try one of them in the outfield though, and just because they're not until Hedges retires.
Right. No, there's no room in catcher right now.
They're not going to get regular reps, game time as a catcher. So I'm wondering if you can just benefit for one of them playing in the outfield, maybe.
Didn't they say they were doing something like that with like Ralphie Velasquez or something? They were trying him out in the outfield or something to see if you couldn't get called up sooner.
You know what's kind of amazing is just the ingenuity of this team to try to figure out how to work these things in. They've got to come up with a solution. I thought a week ago or something that they would be in a position where you could make an all-in move, and they still may before the trade deadline. You got a ways to go. I'm starting to, obviously, after losing and going through this rough patch, you feel a little bit less like they're going to be willing to do that. Although I think they can compete with the best of the American League for sure. they've got to obviously reinforce the bull. Once the bullpen is a little bit more reinforced, if they could get a little bit more hitting. Mike, what was the stat you told me of their losses?
So when we give in games where we've given up 4 runs or less, we are 30-12 in the season. That's 42 games of our 70 games this year. We've given up 4 runs or less.
Okay, we're 30-12 when we give up 4 runs or less.
Yeah, and we play 70 games, right? So that's 42.
And so you're saying in the other games where we give up 4 runs or more, we are 7-21.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And so your number has been if the Guardians could score 4 runs,
more than 4 runs,
more than 4 runs a game, that's like kind of the magic number.
I've been saying that for like the last 2.5 years now. I've been saying if this team can consistently score over 4 runs, you're closer to 100 wins than you are 90 because of the pitching stuff. Like, you'll have some bad nights where you give up 5 or 6 runs, but
sure.
Or you might lose 10-0 like we did in Texas. But if you can consistently score 5 runs a night, you're going to be like a 95, 97 win team, like with this pitching staff, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but it's just getting the offense to that point.
Where is there anybody good that the Twins are going to try and get rid of, or if they've gotten rid of everybody? They just got waxed 11-0 today.
They got Byron Buxton. I mean, I've said this during the season earlier in the year this year. You could go after Joe Ryan to put him in.
Yes, I've seen that. I have seen that. Yeah, definitely.
Are they going to be selling off the rest of their useful players?
Might as well.
Remember they got rid of about 11 guys at the deadline last time.
Yeah, I could certainly see them doing it again. They are terrible. They are just absolutely terrible.
What happened with their ownership group? Didn't they have something where they were trying to?
They tried selling the team or whatever, and
did it not come off?
Yeah, and people were pissed, and so people stopped showing up to games. They started selling half the roster.
Yeah, that's really a bad and kind of sad situation there, although it's not, because there's some obnoxious fans on social media that try to talk smack. And again, I don't feel badly for them. I think a little humility goes a long way.
Yeah. There's your idea though. You can trade like Saccone or something, and put Kentil in the back end of the bullpen, and then you could bring Joe Ryan in or something, give up like a prospect or something.
I think so. It could come back to bite us, but again, you have to think about it as like, how do we win now? I don't want to prospectively win. I don't want to analytically win. I want to actually win.
The thing is, we've got like a top 3 farm system in the league. It's like sometimes you've got too many players that are never going to get called up. Like, I know they need to develop, but sometimes you just have a farm system too deep that they're never ever going to get the chance.
Yeah.
So you're better off actually packaging a few of them, letting them for their development have a elsewhere, but then you also improve your team for now.
Yes, you're
like you might have to give up 4 prospects, but you might get a player for say 2 years service time that's going to impact you for the next 2 years. Whereas those prospects, they might be 3 years away, but you might miss out long term for them, but in the short term you might actually benefit. So maybe you have to give up especially with how many years has Jose got left on his deal?
Oh, he's got a while.
Didn't he just sign like a 7-year extension or something?
But but how many of those years is he still going to be in like his like core
prime?
7? Yeah, because you don't want that window to shrink too much. It's like maybe you have to give up 4 prospects to get an impact player that's only got like 2 or 3 years of service time. Like, because those prospects are probably like realistically potentially like 2-3 years away anyway. It's like you might just have to make that kind of move.
You need to go out and do what you did in 2016 and just say, F it, we're going for it.
Yep, absolutely.
The other thing is we seem to be really good at developing prospects. Even now, we're kind of getting better at developing offense in a way, like in the farm system.
Yeah, so
even if you have to give up 4 guys, you'll probably be able to get that back in time anyway.
Yep. You got to make calculated risks there. Speaking, before we get to tell everybody what has us going nuclear, and before we get to the kickoff here, South Korea versus Czechia, we are going to watch along with the game here tonight as the World Cup kicked off today, this afternoon, with Mexico, one of the hosts, They took down South Africa, 2-0, 3 red cards, craziness there. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. The Browns, the other sad franchise in town, they finally finished up their mandatory mini camp, OTAs, etc. Today. And now, until they come back for training camp, we just pray we don't hear anything from any police departments. Nobody in Florida. Last year that derailed Quinshon Judkins missing.
Can't we just send Deshaun Watson to like Miami and get him banged up behind bars for doing something dodgy? Like,
I think he's supposed to take some people there for his quarterback desk camp, isn't he? Is he going to Florida? I don't know where he's going.
Can't him and Dylan Gabriel both get into trouble in fucking South Beach or something?
Can Sorbsy give him a couple bets to play so that way he can get banned for betting?
Yeah, I think that would be a great thing to do.
Can't he become friends with Class A?
Rooster fighting.
Him, Sorbsby, and Class A, all three of them could be betters together.
I think so. The big news, off the field big news was Joel Bitonio, no secret, finally officially retired. I'm glad he retired as a Cleveland Brown. Mm-hmm. And whether or not he ever makes it into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, he will always be a legend and well remembered for his time in Cleveland, spending his entire career here and helping to anchor the offensive line. That was a great pick. What did they say? He was in the draft class, the same draft class as Manziel and Justin Gilbert. He was the third round. He was in the third round.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was in the second round, I thought.
Okay.
Wasn't he like pick 36 or something?
Yeah, he was like pick 36.
Okay. So he was in the second round, but I mean what did he say the other day? Like he roomed
with Manziel, and then he learned what not to
do. He can write a memoir. He could he and like Joe Thomas, the stories that those guys must have. Somebody please.
Did you know though that Bitonio has actually got more appearances for the Browns than Johnny Thomas, because
yes, that's what they said.
Holder for the most amount of games played since '99. So
right, exactly. They were having that discussion. I heard that actually.
I don't know what the difference between the two is, but
it's very close. But obviously Joe Thomas never missed a snap from game one until his final play when he got injured. Mm-hmm. And in the world that everybody wants to know, who are the Browns going to play in quarterback? I think the three of us, we've all discussed it and expressed our feeling. We would much rather see Shedeur Sanders take the reins, because we feel that if either of them, Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders, has a potential future with the Browns, it's going to be Shedeur Sanders. From what guys like Zach Jackson, I think maybe even Jason Lloyd, maybe even the Bull, and why can't I think of Adam? What is Adam's last name?
The Bull.
Adam the Bull. Okay, on Ultimate, I can't think of his. I can't think of his last name on Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.
Yeah,
and other. It sounds as if Watson in those OTAs, we don't get to see everything. There'll be a good pass, and then there'll be passes that are way off the mark. And then he comes out and says, so he finally speaks to the media yesterday, and he mentions, well, I was never really right after that shoulder. I initially had the injury against Tennessee, the shoulder injury when it started. Didn't you come back?
Is that before the Baltimore game then? Because
yes.
That was before the Baltimore game.
It was before the Baltimore game, but then he came back the next year after having surgery and said, "Oh, I'm better. I'm good." And he said he was great. Were you really? So you were lying. I'm sure we have quotes of you talking about how good you feel. Or did the team cover that up? Either way, I got problems with that, right?
Yeah.
No, don't tell me this thing, because it's more than just your arm. It's in your head, dude. You're talking about, I didn't throw it to the guy who was wide open because they were a decoy.
They were a decoy, baby.
I've only seen one part of this whole Deshaun Watson thing, and it was to do with he always thought that he'd play for the Browns again because of internal conversations.
Right.
What were those internal conversations? I'm like,
and I think all that really means from what everyone has said, and as I'm interpreting it, I think the discussion was you will have an opportunity to play.
hopefully that was the case.
I believe so. Nothing is promised. I don't think Todd Monken is bluffing. However, guys, is it an indictment on Deshaun Watson that at this juncture, Todd Monken is saying I can't make a decision, or are the and that's taking into consideration these guys talking about Watson not looking great, and maybe Shador's not looking all that great. Is it an indictment on Watson that he's not further ahead and hasn't taken the bull by the horns?
I mean, you would assume that Watson would because he's a veteran who's been in the league now for close to a decade now. So you would assume that he should be far and away ahead of someone like Shador Sanders. But the fact that it's close tells me he's got nothing left and that it would be the worst idea to start him during the season because my thought is just start Shador Sanders for the whole year, see what you have at quarterback, and see if you need to draft someone next year. Because why waste another half a season with a guy who's still probably injured, not going to be good, and then start Shador halfway through and be like, I don't know. We don't know if we have a quarterback at Shador because he showed promises, so we don't know what to do now. I'd rather not have that confusion, start him for a full season. If he doesn't do good at all, then you know you need a quarterback. And if Shador does well or does decent enough, you can be like, okay, we could build on this.
Right. Exactly. Mike, do you kind of fall in the same line, or
anyway? I just personally think you screw yourself either way if you pay Watson. Because if he plays well, you're not going to pay him again, probably.
No.
And if he sucks, you still don't know what you've got with Shador. Shador's played 7 games.
Yeah, unless what they're really telling us is we don't think he's good enough.
Yeah.
And then you've already got your answer. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So
what can you fully judge that on? Because they're too early in the off-season program, in my opinion, to judge that though. Because
I agree with that. But
you need to wait if you're not completely sure on Shador. Surely you wait until the preseason before he actually plays against other teams before you make that judgment.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, and I think that's.
But Watson though, he's played 10 games in 3 years. So I was surprised. That he probably
19 games for the Browns in his
19 games for $240 million.
230, 19 for 230 guaranteed. Ridiculous. All right, so we are just about ready for kickoff of the South Korea Czechia game, but let's tell everyone what has us going nuclear. Mike, what has you going nuclear, sir?
Deshaun Watson, I guess.
Hey, you know what? That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say.
Obviously, his name, it makes me go nuclear.
No, hey, that's sweet. That's
I know
exactly
what one of your guys going nuclear is going to be.
I don't know. Well, Drew,
it's going to be the World Cup hydration breaks, and for you guys, you had the commercials that were too long in the first game.
Well, I mean, that's definitely a half of it. Because the other half is for me, and this doesn't include you, Mike, because you're not a part of this group, but it is European fans before the World Cup. Before this whole tournament started, of all the European fans, especially more so the British fans, talking about the pitches, especially the one in Orlando where it's Orlando's flooded, man. And then
the dumb thing about this is though, right? Those pitches that people are moaning about are not World Cup pitches. They're
that's
food together.
That's the point.
Games,
yeah, and that's the thing. It's first and foremost, England chose where they wanted to play those games. They chose Raymond James, and they chose to play at Orlando City. Second of all, they know everyone knew you couldn't play at a World Cup stadium. So any stadium that was hosting the actual World Cup games, you could not partake in any games in that stadium until obviously you were playing in that stadium for the World Cup. So yes, you're going to be playing on grounds that might be unusual. Like I was telling Ethan, in Florida, a lot of Florida is Bermuda grass. I know England, not very much of a tropical place in England. They don't have much or Bermuda grass whatsoever. So yeah, for Harry Kane, where he says, yeah, the field is kind of awful. Well, yeah, because it's a grass you've never played on before, so it's something you're not used to. So of course it's gonna feel weird and be bad. You never played on it before, so it's something. You're a professional athlete. You got to get accustomed to these
The
things.
stupid thing is, the person asking the questions, like if they didn't ask questions about it, he's not going to moan about the grass. Like,
no, absolutely not. But it makes him sound like Mikel Arteta when he went to Atletico and it's like, oh, the pitch is a quarter inch too long, and it turned out to be too short. But it's so frustrating. It's like, I know a lot of these people are just trying to rage bait and be idiots on the internet. And I know a half of them were just fake accounts from Nigeria. But a lot of it is just like, you understand these games aren't being played here. So why are you moaning? Like, I saw outrageous ones the other day of Orlando City has picnic tables at the stadium. Like, who cares? So they have a place to eat and drink. Who cares? Like, it's a part of the stadium design. I was at Orlando last year for a crew game.
I do wonder though. I do wonder if people just do it on purpose because they know they're going to get more views.
They just do, yeah. That's my main thing. Is I think they're just purposely doing it too because they know they're going to get the views and they know people are going to just call them out or whatever. And it's so frustrating. It's like, why can't people just be normal and civilized and be like, I'm just excited for the World Cup, or like, I hate the World, or like, I don't like. You can't say I don't like the World Cup when it hasn't even started yet. Exactly. It makes no sense.
Wow. Well, that almost makes mine look kind of petty. No, I don't know. Well, just real quick, because the game has kicked off between South Korea and Czechia. About on my video, we're about a minute and a half in, 1:30 in. Yep. So we might be a little bit off on the time here, guys, but we'll try and keep track of it. What has me going nuclear this week are people who love to piss in my Cheerios, essentially, to use the term. There's very few things that I think that some people have to give them joy in life, and to crap on everything like sports and just to be that way, to be that kind of person is just ridiculous. Had someone say to me about what they were at the gym and they saw a few minutes of the WNBA, and the complaint was it was horrible, and they put that on, and idiots and fools, go and support it. I take umbrage with that. Mm-hmm. It may not be your cup of tea, but those are professional athletes, and whether you like it or not, they work really hard, and they are actually very good. No. Are they Michael Jordan? Are they LeBron James? No, but they are damn good. And why don't you go out there and do it? And don't tell me, well, not me, professional athlete. No, this is ridiculous. That's a sexist comment. And I
guarantee you, though, if you put those people on the court with those players like Caitlin Clark, Paige,
yeah, they get their ass.
They'd get their backside just taken to the floor by them. Like,
exactly.
They get embarrassed.
Right. And so just because it's not your cup of tea doesn't mean that these people are not good at what they do, or that you should somehow degrade them. I would be, it's very disturbing. Again, I know it's different. I know it's not, maybe the most exciting thing for some people, but to talk that way is just ridiculous. And that, folks, is what has me going nuclear this week, is just kind of attitude.
Don't watch it if you're not interested. Don't have to come out and be sexist about it.
Yeah,
that's kind of my thought. Is like, look, is it really that you're mad about sports? Are you mad about what is it that is really bothersome to you?
They're insecure about themselves, so they have to take it on someone else. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So anyway, I digress. That is what has me going nuclear, and with that, let's turn our attention, and folks, we're going to watch along here this South Korea and Czechia. Now, so Czechia, guys, this was what? Formerly Czechoslovakia?
Correct.
And then Czechoslovakia, and then Czech Republic. And then I think they just switched the name to Czechia.
I don't think they should be able to do that. I'm not too happy with
this.
Well,
Turkey changed it to Turkey, or whatever it was. So now Turkey is now Turkiye, so it's like Turkey or something.
Can I get some Turkey with my gravy?
Maybe they got tired of the turkey jokes.
I guess so. I guess they did.
I just saw a tweet that the Czech Republic manager is the oldest manager at the World Cup.
How old is he?
Now,
he's the oldest manager ever managed at the World Cup. He's 73 years old. He's the oldest ever manager.
Jeez.
that is crazy. That is why is it that I am there we go. Hold on a second. I am on the wrong stream because
I've got a former Spurs player on co-commentary on the UK.
Oh, who is it?
I don't know what I'm on, but it's
Andrew Townsend.
Oh, Andrew Townsend. I love that. I thought you were going to say the one who's on sports or on the radio.
No, Andrew Townsend is the co-commentator on ITV for this game. So
who's the one that's on the radio?
Jermaine Genius?
No. I forget what the station is too.
What Damon Ben, who's an Arsenal fan?
No.
Jamie O'Hara.
Jamie O'Hara. Yeah.
Oh God. He was terrible for Spurs. Spurs got him from Millwall, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we got him from Millwall, and he was bad.
He's bang average, and then he talks like he's like
the greatest of all time.
That stuff he just comes out of his backside. I'm like, dude, you were flipping worse than most of these. Like he was saying, like when Spurs were in the relegation battle, talking about how like most of this squad's terrible. Yeah. And as much as I semi-agree, it's like, dude, you were just as bad, even maybe worse than him. when he played for Spurs, he was terrible.
Yeah, I was like, because I was Jamie. I was like, I knew it was Jamie something. I was like, oh, it's Jamie O'Hara, and I was like, it was funny. My girlfriend like a year ago or 2 years ago found this show, and I think it got postponed after like a season, and it had either a former professional soccer players and current soccer players, and it was kind of like a Love Island type of thing.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Where girls would come in and they would like hook up with one of the soccer players that they liked, but they didn't know that they were soccer players, or like professional soccer players. And it was cringy, but it was funny because like Jamie O'Hara came off like a massive cuck.
Doesn't surprise me.
No, he came off like a massive. Like I'm like, dude, this dude sucks. I was like, he sucks for Spurs and he sucks on the show.
Yeah, and he might do something else too. But we're gonna keep it. We'll keep it PG, not R-rated here.
That's about PG-13. What did you kids are saying it?
What did you think of the early match today between Mexico and South Africa? I mean, obviously Mexico scored pretty quickly. And then that
was the quickest goal at the World Cup in the opening game since Philipp Lahm for Germany in 2006.
Wow,
that was a great goal too. I love that.
In the opening game, it was the quickest goal in the opening game.
I think my favorite goal of the 06 opening game between Germany and Costa Rica was the Torsten Frings goal, where it was like the indirect free kick or whatever, and they like I can't remember who passed off to the side, and he just ripped it from like 35 yards out. And swats in top bins.
I can't remember that far back from that specific goal, but
I remember that entire World Cup. Like I remember Philipp Lahm scored that to Frings, and then I think Lucas Podolski had a goal.
So do we need to take you to a casino, Drew, for your apparent photographic memory? Have you do some card counting?
I have 2 concussions. I don't know if it's photographic. It's just my favorite World Cup.
Oh, okay. All right, there it is. So for us, I guess what's our rooting interest in the game that's on right now?
I'm going for South Korea.
I want Sonny to score a goal. That's what I want.
Yeah,
he needs 1 goal to tie, and he needs 2. I think it's 1 goal to tie.
How's he doing in MLS? Is he playing?
Disappointing because I got him on my fantasy team. He's done F all for me.
That sucks. I think I've done F all on that thing too.
So and they're playing at they're playing the game. This game is also in Mexico. And what is this? This is Estadio.
So this is something.
Yeah, Banorte and Akron. It's Estadio Akron.
Yeah, it's the Estadio Akron, baby.
Yeah,
where's it being played?
Guadalajara.
Guadalajara.
It's in But did you see the outside of the stadium? That is massive. Are they also in elevation? Like they're as they talked about this afternoon.
I don't think it's bad elevation.
Okay, I mean,
Monterrey's the bad one, right?
No, Mexico City, the Azteca.
Azteca.
Azteca is like 7,500 feet above sea level or whatever. It's one of the highest stadiums in the soccer world or whatever.
That was a useless in-swinger. That was terrible.
You guys might be slightly ahead of me.
I can't believe that. Are you on Fubo?
Yeah.
I'm at 10. I'm at 10.
I can put it on. I think I can put it on Peacock, but it's in Spanish. But I have it on mute, so it doesn't really matter.
I'm at 10:45.
I'm at
mine just at
10:30.
10:45, so we're about 15 seconds ahead. That's crazy. I thought for sure my stream would be like ahead of that. I really do wish that we could have this. You know what? You know what would be great, Mike, if there was an app where we could watch this, and had the rights to show it while we were watching it. On the platform. I wonder what would happen if they had that.
They disabled the stream like Twitter did with me showing a 2-minute video of highlights.
Yeah.
Okay, I might be on the same time as you guys now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just watching. Oh, beautiful ball into the box. Tap back shot out of play. All right. So that was a Sung Hyung Min. So he's got hit. Okay. Is Son his first name? Or what's his surname? Like,
I think Son is his surname and Hyun Min is his first.
Hyung Min Son.
I get confused with Asian names because don't they have theirs like backwards sometimes? Like,
yeah, they have theirs backwards sometimes, but I think it's Hyun Min Son.
Okay, I thought so, and because on the jersey, the Spurs jersey was Son.
Yeah,
okay.
But sometimes I know a lot of like Japanese or Asian or Koreans or Asian players would put like their last name first or something. And
right. Oh wow, that replay, that header, that just went over the bar. That was pretty impressive. And wait a second.
He's there again.
Is that Levy?
No, that's Infantino.
Infantino. Okay, I couldn't think of which horrible person that was. Which balding, shaved head piece of garbage.
Yeah, it's Infantino. Yeah, he made the quick flight from Mexico City to Guadalajara.
He got on the drug cartel plane. He was the mule.
Jesus Christ.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing bad about last night, last night's Knicks game is they didn't have the Pope, the Pope Orange Vader there to make them lose.
It's so annoying though because there wasn't there talk that he might attend both. And
shot save! Wow, what a laser!
He didn't attend Game 4, and I'm like, please, if he attended Game 4, they wouldn't have blown that lead to Spurs. The Knicks wouldn't have came back. He would have jinxed it. Everything that he touches goes
turns to. Yep, exactly. That was the biggest joke I've ever seen.
They even said it. They even because Amazon Prime's got like worldwide rights for the finals outside the US, and they have like these during breaks. They have these two guys like talking over, like just analyzing the game, and one of them turned around and he didn't say the final words, but he basically said that everything Donald Trump touches turns to, and then didn't say the full word, but was hinting at it, and I'm like, that's brilliant.
Oh,
I'm like, yeah, he does. I'm like, everything he touches turns to piss. I'm like, yep.
Yep, and I cracked up, of course, when he said that. What do you guys? All right, right there on that last corner, South Korea. First of all, South Korea looks to be in control. The early game, the first 14 plus minutes, they've got more control thus far. Short corners versus playing it into the pack. Is that just a matter? Oh, okay. Now turnover in transition into the box.
Goal kick. Oh, corner. Okay.
Corner. Do you guys think that it's just any one way is better than another, whether you play a short ball, try and catch the defense off guard, or you set up the piece and play it into the box?
I feel like a lot of it kind of depends.
You don't really want to stay up from a corner when they play it short, And then they pass it back to the guy that's the corner and ends up being offside. I'm like, dude, you just wasted the entire set play because you've decided to take it short. And then you played it back to the taker, and then he's offside position because everyone else steps up. And then he's offside. And I'm like, dude, you've sent both your centre backs up for a corner.
Oh,
and you've really done that? I'm like, really?
Oh, we got a whistle and a foul. Okay, that was a beautiful ball to Sonny.
Where's this ref from?
Well, I think they're from. Where are they from? I saw it when they were doing the introductions. I can't remember. I think it was.
He's Egyptian, I think.
Yeah, Egyptian. I think they're all an all Egyptian crew.
Did they get the one official? Did he decide to go up to officiate in Canada after they?
I believe so. The Somalian guy.
So I said this, right? When he got rejected from the US entry, FIFA should just sign him to like Canada or Mexican games, and until there's no games left in Canada or Mexico.
They should have made him They should have joked around and put him in for the final.
That would have been the best thing ever. Oh, that was a useless ball.
They can't because the final's in New York, so how are they going to do that?
Yeah, sneak him in.
But also, I did say, do you think it'd be easy to get back into the US through land, rather than through the air? It'd be much easier to get in, right?
Yeah, there's a couple people we know.
I find it difficult.
My dad turned around and said, he's from Somalia or wherever.
Yeah, Somalia.
And my dad turned around and said, I wonder how many Somalian terrorists already are in America, or people who could be a terrorist. I'm like,
right, and I think that
there probably are dodgy people from that country already in America,
right,
who are legally there or whatever. It's like,
I find it hard to believe that there wasn't some level of vetting.
And also, do you really think a football ref's going to go and do something dodgy when he's there to work at the World Cup? Do you really think they're going to cause problems?
More likely than not, or less. I don't think so. I think there's not that great of a chance of that happening. I understand, but I think that's a bit of. I don't know. I don't know what to say because
they could have just allocated. FIFA should have just allocated Mexican games in advance if they knew there was going to be some kind of potential issue, because isn't that country blacklisted or something?
I think that essentially, right? Drew. I mean, there obviously there's a high alert, and
there's some countries that are high alert.
Mexico games, let him ref some group stage games in Mexico City and the other two stadiums in Mexico, rather than putting in base games. It's like.
So, but I do know there's a decent Somalian population in Minnesota.
I love this. They're doing the wave. They're doing the wave at the stadium in Mexico. That's awesome.
That's another thing the British complained about was the wave.
Did they? Are you serious, dude?
Yeah, because during the England match when they were playing at Raymond James, they were doing the wave, and then there was a bunch of England fans in one spot, and they didn't do the wave, and they were doing the two finger to all the fans. It's like, okay, so you just hate fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of fun to me. I feel like get into it and enjoy. It's not hurting anybody. Where do you guys come out on? Now, I know that, what is it, the Nordec at Crew Stadium?
Nordeca,
okay, is standing.
Yep.
There's standing room areas at the Guardians games at Progressive Field.
Yep.
I find it annoying when you go to stadiums in general where everybody is just standing. It's not a standing room seat. Sit down. If
you'd have hated me then at the Cavs playoffs in 2016 because I literally stood up with my butt on my seat for every single minute of every single playoff game. And the people behind me hated me, and I was like, I'm not sitting down.
Okay, yeah. How close were you?
I was higher up.
See,
I had Toronto fans fucking behind me telling me to sit down, and I was like, oh, I ain't fucking sitting down.
Right. I mean, I guess it's one of those things where if it's really exciting and everybody's on their feet, okay, everybody's on their feet. Okay, great. But
But then again, back in the day when I used to go to White Hart Lane, yeah, and you sit behind the goal, right, and then the stewards would be like, "Oh, everyone needs to sit down, yeah," but then you get told off for standing up when like the 5 rows in front of you they're all standing up. I'm like, I can't see the game. I paid for my ticket. I can't see anything if everyone in front of me is standing up. It's like,
which set of stands was the singing stands at White Hart Lane?
behind the goal, mainly, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't know if it was like, was it one end versus the other? I guess is what I was asking.
But it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, if everyone's going to do it, then you have no much choice really, because like you're not going to sit down if you can't fucking sit your eye up because everyone's standing up.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree, folks. Just as we're sitting here, I know we're kind of chatting randomly, but as we watch along South Korea and Czechia, we are in the 21st minute, almost the 20 to hit the 22nd minute, scoreless. This is the second game of this the 2026 World Cup. The U.S. plays tomorrow night at 9 p.m. The early game is the other host country, Canada. They host Bosnia-Herzegovina in Toronto at 3 p.m. So afternoon soccer, which will be very nice. I mean, I was surprised when I saw. So England doesn't play until the 17th.
England play like Wednesday next week, isn't it?
Yeah, England played next week.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Yeah,
at 9 o'clock my time. So
that's crazy. That it's that. I mean, I know it's so they expanded the field. What?
It's really annoying though, right? The first 2 days, yeah, there's 2 games a day, yeah, and then it goes to 4.
Yeah, I really don't. Anyway,
and there's 24 games per round because there's 48 teams, so you can't just have 4 games over 6 days. Like
it would make the math isn't mathing right now, but I get it. They want to get as many eyes on a game at a time as possible without having to overlap.
I think it's because it's the host nations. I think they want to get as many eyes in the host nations. So having 2 games on the first day where the hosts play their opening game, and then having Canada and Mexico play. Canada and USA play on the second day, like together, like They kind of want to get as many eyes on the host nations early on, I guess.
Yep. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, are they? Hey, is it the hydration break that now, Drew? Yep. Commercial during a hydration break.
Do you know what I find funny though? Right? Not Spain. Scotland have been waiting years to qualify for the World Cup, yeah. And their game against Haiti at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's like all their fans in Scotland are gonna have to.
You know what?
I think up at 2 a.m. and watch their country play.
But I guess it's just that the price you pay.
But they're playing in Boston at 9 p.m. local time.
And that is odd. We were discussing that. Like, why would you play an East Coast game at that hour? It's kind of ridiculous.
Because it screws up the home nation support. Like they're playing at 9 p.m. local time for 2 a.m. kickoff. Like
I think this guy's trolling me on TikTok.
They're playing out in like LA or bloody San Francisco or Seattle.
Okay, all right. So Drew, what is this? You think this?
So I posted my second prediction for Czech Republic or Czechia and Korea.
Okay.
And this guy commented, Modric got this, and posted the Czech Republic flag. And I was like, Modric is Croatian, not Czech. And he posted another one.
Yeah, Ethan turned around and said the same thing as my dad said this morning about Modric, and then realized he's actually Croatian.
I'm like,
he posted another photo and it says the lie.
What?
I was like, does this guy actually believe that Luka Modric plays for Czechia and not Croatia? Is he okay?
I don't think so. I'm gonna say no. He's not okay.
Who are you, dude? Like, you do know.
By the way, the manager's 74, not 75. You can retweet the tweet. Repost the tweet. It's 74 years old, not 75. But yeah.
So right now, guys, it is first half of action.
Are you guys still on your commercial break?
Yeah. Yes,
the game's about to kick off again.
Well, it's coming back right now. Yep. Here we are. We are back.
I am severely behind.
So they got back just as the games restart.
Right. So South Korea.
They're slightly improving then. If it was a minute behind last time.
Oh, good defense.
Well, the first half,
was it the same commercials by the way as last time?
I think so.
God. People are gonna get fed up watching the same commercial 104 times over the tournament. Like if they get
well, you know what you do during that break? They hydrate. We go to the restroom.
Yep, that's what I'm about to do.
All right, yeah, feel free, guys. I mean, obviously, again, thank you for everyone who's continuing to tune with us. If you, and also, please, if you do not already subscribe to the Land Multimedia Group and Going Nuclear, please, like and subscribe. We really appreciate that. And enjoy having everybody with us. We try to do some fun stuff here. I know that maybe this is a bit. It's not as fun because we can't show the video along with it. Why is this guy changing his jersey? Did someone bleed his own blood?
No, he got his jersey ripped off.
So he was in New York last night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure.
probably got beaten up by some Knicks fans, probably.
He did.
had a what thrown at his head?
What in the world is that cat doing? Come on, cat. Look at this cat.
We've met FIFA brought the World Cup to the next extreme with it being connected to the NFL because they're now playing quarters instead of halves.
Oh man, so
they're equal quarters. Like my mum today, right? She was going on about like this. She said it's ridiculous, right? That they're having a 3-minute water break, but they keep them running the clock and they just add it on at the end. It's like, dude, just stop the clock.
Right. It would make
3 minutes.
Yeah, it would make more sense to just stop it at that moment.
But then I turned around and said the problem is like in America, right? All the clock operations are done by in the arena, right? Whereas the ref is manually using his own watch to
right
manage the game.
Yeah. No, that's
and that's probably why they don't, because the ref blows up when his watch determines it's halftime. Whereas in NFL and stuff, it's when the clock hits 0, right?
Yes, that is correct. The official timekeeper, is running it on the scoreboard. And
so the only way you could change that is if you had the fourth official who basically monitored the time, and then he controlled the clock at the arena or the stadium, like.
Well, I mean, the people who are running, and I guess you're talking for the purposes of this, for the purposes of soccer or the World Cup.
Yeah. Because he could have that as his job. He could just fucking monitor the clock, and then when it gets to the 6 minutes.
Right. No. Absolutely. I got you there. Yeah. So no one. I haven't.
It's just annoying because you end up adding them time at the end, and it's like, are they going to add all of it on? Whereas if you stop the clock, they have.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree, and I think, and Mike, that's one of the complaints of some people, here in the United States with the sport, with football and soccer. When we talk about football, as in soccer, as we call it here, soccer, the not understanding. Like how much time, and then you're confused at the end of a game, and you've got stoppage time, and you're waiting for it to end, and you're waiting for it to end. In some ways I get it, but it's just part of the game. I mean, I don't see how you can't kind of adapt to that. Is what I guess I'm wondering.
Right.
Maybe I'm stupid, or
if it was down to me, I'd just change the 2 30-minute halves, because the average timing football games is like 54 minutes or something, around that 54 to 57 minutes ball in play.
Oh, really? Now, okay, so we talked.
I'm just like that's what the Premier League average is going down. It was like 57, and it's gone down to like 54 minutes ball in play or something. So I'm like,
is it really that bad?
Just have 2 30-minute halves, and the clock stops every single time the ball's not in play. Like, just do it like that. Have it in an NBA clock, because when the teams are inbounding you, the clock stops, right?
So okay, so the only time the clock is, the clock, is actually in play.
Exactly. So couldn't you have just do that, but have like 2 30-minute halves? Because if the average,
in theory, if the
average of ball in play is under 60 minutes,
or you need to stop. I think what the rules that they've
My concern is, right, they're speeding up the play with these 5-second rules. But the problem is, if you're doing that, that's then making the gaming play longer. So the quality of play might not be as high because the players are actually playing for longer.
But they're getting a hydration break.
Well, yeah, I guess. But if the average is like 56 minutes and then you're rushing the throw-ins, and that
but there's got to be a fine line, Mike.
That increases the play by 15 minutes, for example.
But there's got to be oof, that was a bit
I feel like
ballsy.
I feel like if the average time in play is like 57 to 54 minutes, you might as well just have 2 30-minute halves and have a
no. I get it. That kind of makes sense, but
you get rid of this. Oh, the ref's going to add 6 minutes, then it ends up turning into 12 minutes. It's like, dude.
Right. I get in theory, I get what you're saying, but do you not think that also there needs to be a fine line? There's a fine line between rushing your play and the guys that sit there and milk it and they're just like, let me have my high,
But if there was a clock like the NBA, right, there'd be no benefit for them doing that because it'd be dead time, but it wouldn't go towards the time in the game. Time waste. It'd remove that instantly.
Okay, so Mike, actually, interestingly enough, in high school, I can't say high school because I haven't seen enough high school soccer. I know the best of my recollection in NCAA, in college soccer, it is not a running clock. They stop the clock. They've got a clock operator stopping it for various things like. But I don't remember it all the times it would stop and not stop, but they didn't have an official keeping a clock and doing extra time and added on time when I was, and again, this is a bazillion years ago, when I was covering Kent State's women's soccer teams that I recall all this. So things may have changed. And, so I don't want to be misquoted here or anything like that.
Yeah,
so
if they stopped the clock every time the ball wasn't in play, so every time there's a foul, a corner, a free kick, someone's fake an injury, there'd be no benefit. Time wasted.
Exactly. No, I agree with that completely. However,
you can sit there for 3 minutes, roll around like an idiot, and there's no real benefit. The only benefit is that you might slow down the momentum of the game. But
and that's kind of
time wasting. There'd be zero benefit because the clock.
Well, I like the fact that they're kicking. So you posted the new rules, and isn't there? So if you go down, and the physio team has to come out, you have to come off the field for a minute of play.
It all depends. If it's a head injury, I think it's like a head injury or a goalkeeper, or there's a booking, then you don't.
Okay.
Because it's like deemed another level. But it's because they're trying to cut out time wasting. They're trying to cut out these things like Bruno Fernandes from Man United, where he'll get clipped on the ankle, then he'll sit down for 2 minutes.
Yeah, that is
magic spray on his foot, and it's like, dude, you know exactly what you're doing. It's 4-1, by the way, and you know exactly what you're doing. It's like they're trying to cut that kind of time wasting out. Like players just
diving, I've fallen and I can't get up.
They do it as a tactical, slow down the pace, the momentum of the game.
And it's
they're trying to move that. They're trying to move that, like
as they should. It's a bad look.
But if it's a serious injury, like a concussion, or it's deemed a foul, then
the guy's heart stops. That's a real reason.
The player doesn't have to then take the time off the field. But
yeah, it's kind of like on the movie Major League. This guy's dead. Cross him off then. The guy on the field, he's dead. Well, you're gonna have to take him off then. Move along.
I can see why they're doing it though, because it does. Some players do take the biscuit with it.
It's they're taking advantage, and the spirit. It's not in the spirit of the game.
If you're injured, you're injured. Like if it's, and most of the time, if it's an injury, it ends up being a foul most of the time, right? But unless it's a non-contact injury, which you will see at times, majority of injuries are coming off a foul most of the time.
Right, like who did Spurs lose?
So it's like you're not being penalised anyway, because as soon as the ref gives a yellow card for it, you then don't have to leave the field. Like
right, who was it at the tail end of the season that had a bad knee injury for Spurs?
The Shelby Simmons one.
What's that?
The Shelby Simmons one.
Yes, yeah. I mean, he
Well,
went
they tried
down.
to get him to run it off. Like, dude, he's fucking seriously injured himself, and you're trying to get him to run it off.
Yeah, that was not good at all. That one.
But,
So, folks, again, thank you for sticking with us during our random thoughts conversation. It's 30 into the 36th minute here between South Korea and Czechia, still scoreless. Game in Mexico. Czechia trying to get on the attack. They control the ball outside the 18, out on the left wing near the boundary as they move toward the end line, playing it back, now setting it up, moving toward the middle of the pitch and back out. So, yeah, I don't know. Is the World Cup? I mean, this is like the big thing for you. I imagine this is just what you wait for it every 4 years. Some people look forward to the Olympics. Some people this has got to be your thing.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. Yeah, I mean, this is your Christmas.
My dad moans about it, going, "Oh, they've expanded from 48 games,
right?"
Games. But I'm like, it means more games. I don't mind.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I did say though, right? They should have expanded to 40 and just had 5 teams in the group, and then just had. They should have kept to 8 groups of 5, and because what you've got now is you've got an extra knockout round,
right?
So you could have had an extra group stage game instead of the extra knockout round, have 40 teams, and actually instead of having these third place teams getting through, you make 2 of 5 go through, and it makes the group stage more interesting because teams have to battle for 2 spots rather than 3. Whereas right now you're going to get teams who know that they get 1 win, and they're potentially through. It's like.
Right. No, you're on point there. So I'm reading something.
Plus there's too many. 48 teams. There's like 8 teams which you pretty much know they're going to suck.
Oh, shot from distance! What a strike by Son Heung-min.
But then again, 48 teams. Wouldn't be surprised they go 64 at some point. Just like the college football was going up in it.
Oh my god! All right,
it's money.
Yeah, it is, and that's that is crazy stuff there. And I was having an interesting chat. Drew and I were talking about this, Mike, about the, are we correct? England hasn't hosted the World Cup since they won it, right?
Correct.
And Drew was saying that it has to do with not having enough stadiums with a large enough capacity. Is that your understanding of it as well?
No, England could host the World Cup tomorrow. Like if Trump had done something stupid, right, and it meant the US couldn't have hosted the last minute, I think England probably would have ended up taking it because they've got the stadiums and the infrastructure to just do it last minute. Like it's like
shot. Oh, wow. Oh, how'd he miss that, Mike?
Like they had that Euros a few years ago, right? Where it was like all around Europe, but the one of the semi-finals and the final were at Wembley. It's like,
yeah, I mean, like I said, maybe when Drew hops back on, we were talking about. Oh, I like this referee view, but man, okay.
The biggest reason why England won't get it is because the opposite to what I've just said. Like FIFA like to give it to nations where they need to grow economically wise.
Well, and that have you ever seen the
there's no real economic benefit of giving it to the UK. Like they're better off give it to America where they need to grow the sport, or giving it to a country like Saudi that's trying to get their league bigger, or trying like they did it with Qatar because they knew they could build loads of new stadiums and it will help the economy in the long run. So they like to help develop countries by hosting the World Cup.
Oh, they're really philanthropists, aren't they now?
So it's like there's no real benefit from the UK having it really because they're already like developed.
Well, sure.
There's no point. Like you better have letting some smaller country have it. Like,
yeah, but I mean,
the US needed to grow the game, so I feel like that's quite.
You're right, but at the same time, did you see? and we are just about to approach the 41st minute. We've hit the 40-minute mark, 41st minute now of the first half. Have you seen ever the pictures of maybe the stadiums that were built in in South Africa and for the World Cup, and they're just like abandoned now?
Probably. That's like, what was that? 2010. So that's
right. And so they did all that and to build these things up, and they're just sitting there abandoned. And so that's where it's like, did it really serve the purpose and the intent and purpose?
But I think that one though was like they've never been in a World Cup in Africa, and it was like
right.
They wanted to take that off, so it's like whatever happens afterwards, it's like get a World Cup to Africa. So like,
yeah.
Wait, what?
Like, have you seen the stadiums like for Saudi? Like, oh my god. Have you seen the skyscraper one where they've literally got a massive tower and they have a stadium bowl at the top of this skyscraper?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I have.
No.
It's wild, dude.
It's wild.
If you can pull up a picture, you should share it because is it for real?
Yeah, I can try and Google
one of like
it for
the
you.
16 stadiums that they're going to be building for like the 2034 World Cup, I think is.
That's crazy.
It's gnarly, dude.
So they're not. I guess
all their stadiums are wild though. The designs of them, they don't look like football stadiums. They look like something from another universe. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And again, I just wonder what's the long-term goal. Are these things going to get used ever again? They're just going to be these monstrosities.
But the problem is, Saudi League. If you're talking about Saudi, they need to go to the league more because even now,
how about they not? How about they don't?
Empty, it's like,
how about they don't? How about they like that country and their ridiculous stuff that they did with the Live Golf Tour over in the U.S. or whatever.
No, Saudi just has too much money though. I don't think they really care if they spend billions on 15 stadiums and then never get used again. Like,
oh, I know, and it's kind of a sad thing because it's they're all the economic, the geopolitical stuff is kind of crazy when you think about it. But that being said, yeah, Drew, if you find it, I'd love to see a picture of this. 43rd minute between South Korea and Czechia, still scoreless. First day of the World Cup. Thank you all for sticking with us as we're just kind of watching this, talking out all kinds of random topics here. As part of our weekly episode of Going Nuclear. Thank you all for being with us on the LAN Multimedia Group. Again,
I posted in the chat.
Okay. I found it too. I could pull it up here.
Can you? Yeah, if you could screen share it, I'll put it up so we can talk. We can discuss this monstrosity.
It's 1,150 feet above the ground.
I mean, okay, Drew. Are you able to share it?
Yeah, give you 1 second.
Because I gotta see this thing. This sounds like I have you guys ever watched? I'm sure you have, Drew. The Jetsons.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think of here. Jane, his wife, played into the box, cross the box. Okay, Drew. Okay. All right. You've got the picture up there. So I don't know if I can.
I can pull it up more.
Okay. What is that real?
Yeah.
What?
They're building as a stadium.
Okay, no. That looks like that's ridiculous.
It's one of their like 15 stadiums they're building,
and they're all like insane.
But
I'm guessing that's a hotel though. But it's basically a football stadium on top of the hotel, most likely.
That sounds like a terrible idea. When I see that, I'm imagining the catastrophe.
Could you imagine if there's a fire or something?
Yeah, there's going to be a catastrophe. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Which 6th grade or 4th grade art class did they go to design this trash? Get the heck out of here, dude. That's terrible. Okay. I've seen that. Why don't we just make a toilet bowl on top of there, okay? get the heck out of here with this nonsense, guys.
I said
Thank
they
you.
might as well build a football stadium under the ocean.
Yeah, there we go.
Underwater.
We could play. Yeah, we could go to Bikini Bottom and go to the Krusty Krab. And no, this is Patrick. No, this is. Anyway, so I digress there. All right.
How does that get signed off as a stadium though, safety wise? Like,
well, is it really? Did that officially get signed off on, or is that such a nut job?
It's a concept, I believe.
It's a concept of a plan. It's a concept of a plan. Yeah, get the heck out of here.
It's their planned stadium that's been released of what they're planning to build. Just I don't know. Is it going to get signed off for that?
It's definitely not going to get signed off because it just breaks like every fire code in the books.
Yeah, no.
Unless it's somehow non-fireproof, where it's impossible for it to catch
I think. Well, I mean, anything could happen, and I mean, that's just no. All right.
Or it takes some idiot to try and ride a plane.
Right in the box. Oh man, almost. Good creativity here. I mean, South Korea certainly is getting the better chances, and they are pressing. We are in stoppage time of the first half. Still,
so there's no added time in this first half because the 3 minutes of the hydration break. So like.
All right, fair enough. So we are into the 47th minute. They've said 3 minutes of added time, still scoreless. South Korea, they definitely have had the better opportunities. And are they
54% possession to 46 and 7 shots to 2 and 0 on target from either team, I think.
I also have a bet on this game too.
Oh, do you? All right. What's your bet, sir?
It's a 3-leg parlay. It's under 3.5 goals total. South Korea and draw double chance. So I just need either South Korea to win or a draw to happen.
Okay.
And then this is already completed. Sun Heung-min to have 2 or more shots.
Nice. All right. So,
basically, you need South Korea to not lose.
Basically, I just need a draw
without there being 4 goals.
Yeah.
Oh, I think, man, that's a solid bet. What were the odds?
This is plus 115.
Okay,
So it's basically a $5 bet pays out $10.75. So it's double your money.
Did you see Gabby's parlay for FanDuel?
Yeah, she had USA to win Group D.
It's not going to happen. Like
Vinicius Jr. to
freaking
win the Golden Boot.
I don't think Brazil have any chance to win this World Cup. I think there's more chance of Morocco winning the World Cup than there is Brazil.
Yeah, she had Brazil win the World Cup, Vinicius Jr. to win Golden Boot, and then USA to win Group D.
Okay, so the golden. Wait a second. Let me ask you guys this because I was listening to our fellow Spurs Clevelander Emmett Golden talk this afternoon, and that is halftime between South Korea and Czechia, still scoreless as we go to the halftime break. The person who scores the most goals gets the Golden Boot, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think Emmett accidentally called it the Golden Ball.
No, the Golden Ball, I believe, isn't the player of the tournament.
Is that the most outstanding player MVP?
Well, it's basically a tournament MVP, basically.
Okay, because I think he was referring to
Golden Boot is
the most goals.
Yeah, Golden Boot's the most goals.
That's
Golden
what I
Ball
thought.
is player of the tournament.
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe it seemed to me he was speaking of.
I would have put Harry Kane or someone as a Golden Boot winner.
But the parlay's never going to hit because I don't think Brazil have any chance of winning the World Cup because
no.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, guys. I'm just gonna say it. What do you think the knowledge is of the person who made that?
She's probably saying, "Oh, Brazil were the number one winner."
No, did you see what happened to her? She was she was hanging out with the Brazilian people in the when they were here in Cleveland.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of Brazilian people by her apartment because she lives in downtown Cleveland too. And there's a bunch of Brazilian people by her apartment. She was hanging out with them and partying with them or whatever. So she made it as Brazil win the World Cup and Vinicius Jr.
So it's really not. It's promotional. It's not based upon anything.
They definitely told her Vinicius is the best player and Brazil is going to win the World Cup, and she just rolled with it.
Yeah, and because it's for fun. it's promotional. Obviously, the more people that are clicking on it, and the fact that we're talking about it is exactly what FanDuel wants.
See, if I did something like that, I would have put someone more favorable to win the group, like a France or like a Spain or something. Someone more favorable to win the group. I probably would have put France or Spain to win the World Cup, and I probably put like Harry Kane as the Golden Boot winner.
I would have gone like, if you're going to go for someone that's not big but win your group, you probably go Mexico because they're going to win their group definitely, and then you go Harry Kane as top goal scorer, and then you pick like either France, Spain, or Argentina as the winner.
So I don't know. So
tomorrow, Brazil's defense is leaky. They've got like 3 good midfielders, and the rest of the midfield depth ain't great. And I just don't think they've got enough squad to win the World Cup. Like they've got Vinicius Jr. and I don't even know who their number 9 is going to be because they've got about 4 different players.
Well,
no
like
one's going to claim that
spot. To Brazil. Brazil was at the top of the heap for a number of years, and they've kind of fallen off a cliff.
They lost all their prime players at the same time within a space of like a year or two.
They didn't have anybody coming up.
All their core players just retired at the same time.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I found it funny because, and I know this is about Spurs, but I would have taken Richarlison because he was your top goal scorer in 2022. And he's a decent goal scorer, and when he does play with Brazil, he actually does decent for Brazil. And he's a true number 9, so I don't know why you wouldn't have him involved. But you take Neymar for one last hurrah, and of course he gets injured.
Do you know what's funny, right? Joao Pedro left Brighton to go to Chelsea to stake his claim for the World Cup squad, and then he gets beaten out by a Brentford and Bournemouth striker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hilarious.
And then ends up missing the squad.
Is there any chance? I mean, so Drew, you've said you've got your descent, your heritage. You've got of German descent.
Yep.
So after the United States, you would generally be pulling for Germany.
Yep.
Whereas I'm pulling for England. And, after the U.S., certainly I'm pulling for them. Whether I realistically think they have a realistic chance, not so much.
I think Germany's going to get demolished too. So
okay, and is Germany kind of the same way where they just happen to have the players in their primes all kind of finish their playing careers?
Yeah, because you no longer have guys like Thomas Muller anymore. Obviously, like one of the best goal scorers of all time in the World Cup, Miroslav Klose, stopped in 2014. Mm-hmm. Mario Götze hasn't been seen since 2014. But when it comes to like this team now, you have of course, I think they have Joshua Kimmich as the captain. You still have like Leroy Sané. Trying to think of who else is on there. Voltemade from Newcastle.
Okay.
Who's the other guy? He's like a short dude, but he's
breaking news. Carolina take a 3-2 lead in Stanley Cup. They won 4-2.
Hey, let's go. Let's go, Canes. They have now taken a 3-2 lead over those pesky Vegas Knights. One win away from a Stanley Cup title. That is fantastic for Carolina fans. I know, Drew, someone who's a Carolina fan.
My girlfriend. Yep.
There you go. I'm sure she's still awake watching it,
No, she's passed out.
Okay, well, that's good. That's how much it means.
She didn't want to curse because when she started watching it, that's when Vegas scored. And she goes, I don't want to curse it, so I'm not going to watch it. Because the last time she watched it, Vegas won. So she believes she's cursing the team. So she's now falling for like the sports curse where you watch your team and they lose. And you're like, I can't watch them anymore because if I don't watch them, they win. And if I watch them, they lose.
Okay, see, yeah, obviously I know that can't be the case. I certainly watched the Cavs win Game 7, and I sat. So just whatever. Did you see, Drew? They're doing a event on the 16th, I believe the 16th. Is that when it is? Or whatever the date is. They're going to do a 10th anniversary watch of the Game 7 in downtown Cleveland with food trucks and stuff like that.
Why?
because we like to live in the
I
past.
saw 10th anniversary Cavs meetup thing. I was like, okay, what were you doing?
That's all we've got, man. We got nothing, Mike. It's kind of like Spurs in 10 years are going to be celebrating Europa. You know, they're going to be
Well,
like,
you'd
hey!
hope we win another Euro
Well,
or Champions League.
Well, you would hope. You would have hoped the Cavs would have won another one, but it hasn't happened, and so we got to celebrate something. With that being said, while we're still sitting here again, halftime here from Mexico, as South Korea and Czechia are scoreless. You are tuned into Going Nuclear, full-blown coverage of the land, part of the Land Multimedia Group. Ethan Greenberg, Mike Pellegrini, and Drew Hagenbaugh here with you as we are watching along with the World Cup. I'm going to step away for just a moment, going to get myself something to drink, and I will be right back.
I'm going to do the same. I need a toiletry break.
What is this? What's this thing doing back there? Are you just gonna leave me with my cat?
Your cat, your dog.
That's it. Cat dog. God, I'm a menace when it comes to staying up late. My brain starts to get messed up. I think that's why these boys are sick of me. I started losing my mind and saying some crazy things. It's definitely a reason why we don't do these things live. Cat dog. Cat dog. What are you doing back there? I gotta get my cat. Gotta say something into the mic.
Meow, meow. He said, I want chicken. I want liver. Meow mix, please deliver.
She wants to bite me.
Oh, okay. Well,
there's times where you give her too much love and she starts like squeaking at you and then she starts biting you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah.
They don't like being overly loved, and then then they come and then they start like licking my hand and then licking my face, and my cats act like puppies in a way. Where like they lick my face and then they they lick my hands. I'm like, what are you guys doing? You guys aren't. My white cat, he's laying over by the closet.
Right? Yeah, you told me he likes and that you had to like solve for that because they like to make the door knock.
Well, they like to make the door knock, but he also likes to play fetch. So like if like they'll grab my girlfriend's hair ties and they'll bring it to me and then they'll want me to like flick it, and so I flick it and they go retrieve it and bring it back.
Okay.
So they sit there and play fetch.
That is very interesting. So what the other matchup tomorrow is we talked about is Canada in the afternoon taking on Bosnia Herzegovina. What do you think Canada's chances are? I mean, do they have any good prospects for this World Cup go round? I know that according to ESPN.com, DraftKings, the line, Canada is the favorite, -115. So, just for anybody else's knowledge, again, according to ESPN.com, which is DraftKings, U.S. is -110 betting line versus Paraguay tomorrow.
I got a feeling the US are going to draw that game, unfortunately. I think the US are going to finish with 4 points from their group.
Yeah.
I think they'll get through. Probably second. But
I'm not really,
I
sure.
I think they'll beat Australia. I think Australia finished bottom of the group. I think they'll get a point against Paraguay because Paraguay are quite. But the thing is, Paraguay are one of those teams like they're hit and miss.
I wouldn't
I could
put
see
anything.
I could see the US maybe winning like 2-1, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw.
Well, like I wouldn't put anything past the US and how they perform. We've seen them with higher expectations. And again, let's keep this all in mind as to what the expectation really means. But what did they come out and get? They got destroyed by Iran. Weren't they playing Iran when Iran was hosting, or when was that? Do you know Drew, Mike, refresh my memory. We got the crap kicked out of us by
the US?
Uh-huh.
No, the USA beat Iran in 2022.
Why do I think
the only team that we got technically destroyed
maybe not
by
destroyed.
It was the Netherlands in the round of 16.
Okay. Was that in 2022?
Yeah, because we lost, I think it was 3-1.
Okay. Why did I think maybe it was a different World Cup thing?
No, because
we came out and we just had expectations.
We beat Iran. We drew Wales and England.
Okay.
What World Cup was that?
22.
Oh, yeah.
Because we drew Wales and England because Walker Zimmerman decided to give away a penalty in like the 89th minute against Wales, and then they drew us. So we probably would have won 2 games because we would have beaten Wales and Iran, and then obviously we drew England.
All right. So I'm thinking. So first of all, in '98, after we hosted in '94, went to the round of 16. We beat United States, losing to Brazil 1-0. In France, lost all 3 group matches. In '98.
Who did they have in their group?
I've got to look that up. That's the next thing to look up. I'm just looking up I'll go to that in a second. 2002 in South Korea and Japan. Again, so in the we went to the quarterfinals. Best result. Defeated Mexico in the round of 16. Lost to Germany 1-0. Then
controversial handball in that game too. That could have gave USA a penalty.
Right. 2006. Finished last with 1 point.
Because we lost to Ghana, Italy, and Czech Republic.
2010 in South Africa, went to the round of 16, won the group, but then lost to Ghana 2-1 after extra time. So I guess that was in PKs.
No, that was
it's after.
It was an extra time because we lost in like the 115th minute or something. Okay. We got scored on the 115th minute or something.
Went to this round of 16 in 2014 in Brazil.
Yeah, before losing to Belgium. That was when Tim Howard had like 26 saves.
The US tend to get in the group and they just lose in the knockout rounds like early on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the general trend. Or they finish bottom of their group.
Right.
There's no in between.
And then in 2018, we didn't even qualify.
Nope, because we lost to Trinidad and Tobago in Trinidad.
Right, and then in 2022, went to the round of 16 and lost to the Netherlands 3-1. Second half of action underway between South Korea and Czechia.
Who scored that goal against the Netherlands? I believe it was Haji Wright who scored that goal.
Raji. I don't know. Let me find out right now. I'm going to try and get some more information while we are.
I think Turkey are going to win that group. I think Turkey are the best team in that group. Personally.
I think Turkey are the best team in the group. I think the USA has a chance to win it, but I think Turkey wins it and USA finished second. And then for the Canada group, since we were talking about Canada, I have
Switzerland winning the group.
I had Switzerland win the group, Canada in second. And then I pissed off half of Bosnia because I decided to put Bosnia last just for fun. Like I do believe Bosnia could get third, but I put Qatar in third over Bosnia.
I don't have it. I know it's sticky conversation to predict who the third place teams are, but I don't have anyone the third place team in that group advising.
Yeah. Because I didn't either. Because
I just don't think Bosnia or Qatar, whichever way around it is, I just don't think they're going to do well enough to get through.
No, I didn't have them in my final 8 either. I just wanted to piss off a bunch of Bosnians.
All right, Drew. Come on now. Let's not do that. All right.
What's the World Cup without pissing off a single country?
Okay. Well, that's true. That is true.
When's Russia going to get better back in the World Cup?
Can't talk bad about them.
They have to change their name and connect with another nation so they're allowed back in. Like,
right. Okay. So, what was your question? You asked who scored the goal in
against the Netherlands, 2022. Wasn't it Haji Wright against the Netherlands?
I'm trying to find that. And so right off the bat here, looks like Chechi is coming out with a little more energy.
Yeah.
Let's see. There we go. Oh my gosh, I forgot. So this was played in December?
It was Haji, right? He scored in the 76th minute to make it 2-1, and then Dumfries made it 3-1.
Yeah.
But wow, but why? Okay, was it just because it was so hot in Qatar?
Yeah, in Qatar and in the summer it gets to like 100 and some degrees. So they decided to play it in the wintertime, so that way it was like mid-80s at least.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Memphis Depay in the 10th minute.
Memphis Depay.
Daley Blind scored.
Daley Blind. Then Haji Wright scored. Then Denzel Dumfries scored.
Yeah, he's a real Dumfries. Yes. So, do you think South Korea is going to be able to break through? They certainly had the better chances in the first half.
I think they can.
I mean, can they or should they? These are the questions. I haven't seen a breakaway, but they've certainly had some good shots.
Yeah, they've tested a keeper, so I think they can.
Oh,
they can get away
with the follow! Oh, man, that was a great opportunity.
I can't wait to see it.
I thought Sonny's down the middle, so I was like, it's got to be number 10.
Okay, because Sonny's is 7, correct?
Yeah.
Where's number 10 down?
Well, they're
comment on why I got confused there.
I don't know. I'm always confused, so I can't really answer these questions or comment. I
wouldn't be surprised though if Czech Republic score first in this game, just because they'll probably get some corner and bloody score because they're good from set pieces.
I feel like they haven't had many opportunities and they haven't even had enough possession. I know you said it's pretty close in possession, like it was 54-46 when we were talking about it in the first half. I just haven't seen much out of them. Now, maybe it's because I'm not paying close enough attention, but that's besides the point.
I don't need to be looking at you two, actually. I could just watch the game and just speak to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can actually pay more attention to the game than.
Yeah.
I'm half asleep at this point. It is now. I know it's much later for you. What you're at 10 past 4 a.m. in the morning. Oh, nice ball into the box. Nobody there. But I'm drinking a Monster and have to get up, for work in the morning. Drew, you working tomorrow?
Yep, I will be working tomorrow. I think typically usually Fridays I work a half day, so I should be done around like noon. So,
all right.
Austria Turkey's at fucking 5 a.m. That's gonna be fun. Going to bed at 7. Yay!
All right, well, enjoy that, bud.
That's a weird day though, because for me you've got a game at 8, 11, 2, 5. So 8 p.m., 11 p.m., 2 a.m., 5. So there's going to be no rest.
That's all right. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Did you get the garden mode?
And what time is the Guardians play on Saturday?
Saturday is 4:10 our time.
So that's
that was a terrible pass.
That's during the Qatar Switzerland game. Then.
No, you're not missing anything.
No, I'm just gonna have it on my phone though.
Okay, there you go.
I'll be at the Guardians game with it on my phone.
Oh, nice. That's an excellent choice.
I'll be like,
Well, now this Saturday, you got to go to. You'll be at the Leviathan match, right?
Yeah, I'll be at the Guardians game for a little bit, then I'll make my way over to the Leviathan.
Oh, you're
Nice.
going to go and watch Terry Scooball pitch 6 shutout innings against the Guardians.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh
watch
my
until about the
Counting
6th inning, then I'm
innings,
gonna
like
dip
60
back.
pitches, like
Man, come on, man. Like, really? The Guardians are ticking me off.
I'm gonna have to like bring like a portable charger or something so I can watch like the World Cup match while I'm at the Leviathan game.
Don't worry, you probably have a press pass. You probably could just go up in somewhere, connect, plug in, or something like that. You know.
Yeah,
Well, I actually had a thought about the Guardians, and we didn't say it earlier. Right, this team, right? Why do they play better on the road? Like they've got a better road record than at home. Like,
That's kind of interesting.
like,
Well, I will say, have we?
does them batting first and pitching last benefit their roster? Like, does that have a bearing because they seem to play better on the road? Like,
Well, we always seem to give up 2 runs in the first inning to somebody. I'm like, come on, man.
so you're playing behind, so maybe that is it. Like they give up runs early in the first inning.
Yeah, our guys are our pitchers are terrible.
They're playing catch up the rest of the night, whereas they go on the road, they're batting first. It's like
No, that's a distinct possibility.
but they got better road record than that, bro. Like
All right, that stinks. Now I was gonna say that
we're basically
The early-
500 at home now. I think weren't we like one game above 500 before?
the
yesterday?
early season games, of course, we had a lot. It's cold, and so that can impact you. That first month of the season. All very late March and April. The
But
weather is.
we're like 2-7 in our last 9 home games because
We're terrible.
We've lost 3 straight home series at home. We lost like 1-2, 1-2, and we got swept. So we're like 2-7 in our last 9 home games or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of brutal. It really is kind of brutal, and they need to turn that around. So I feel like I don't know. I was kind of disturbed with the number of New York fans at the game, the past few games. I know that it's cheaper to come to Cleveland than it is to get tickets in New York. But I really loathe
That's
the
so
New York
wrong,
fans.
though, isn't it? Like how it's cheaper to go on a road game. Like,
Well, right, because I mean, you
Mhm.
think about it. I think we were joking about it. The price, you're basically saying it costs you less for tickets, hotel, and your travel, whether it be most of them probably by car, than it is to get a ticket in New York. That's ridiculous.
I don't know if you guys heard this, but they were saying about this on the Prime for the finals. I don't know which game it was, but did you know New York sent a plane's worth of Knicks fans to one of the games at San Antonio? Like, it was cheap. It was cheaper for painful fans to go and attend a game in San Antonio. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
and
it doesn't
buy
surprise me.
tickets at home. It's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah. So okay, now that Drew, as we were talking earlier, maybe it was before you hopped on. Right now, my as I sent you the pictures. Oh, beautiful ball into the box, shot save. Oh, what a beauty. Drew, you're going to see this in a moment. It's a nice.
Yeah, I'll give you like 5 more seconds. I'll be there. Oh, what a ball in the box! Shot! Oh, save!
he was onside as well.
He did a great job being onside.
Come on, Sonny.
It was a nice ball. I mean, right here, you gotta. Keeper makes himself big. Good job there. Again, they're getting closer. So now we've got a set piece. Got the cornea kick here. But my brother and my sister-in-law and 2 of my nieces, they're in England right now, and they went to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Into the box, headed across. All right, so they're kind of out of danger for the moment. So they're traveling. They're traveling in England right now. They went to Iceland first. It was kind of funny. My brother was talking about the food that they try. He's always about trying the food at different places, but then he did stop at a Kentucky Fried Chicken in Iceland. It was not very good. So I guess I was going to ask you, Drew, like, if you're traveling, let's say, would you expect, I guess, if you went to England, would you be like, I got to try some fish and chips? or Mike, what would you suggest if we were in the UK? Is that like the quintessential? You gotta try this type of food.
It all depends though. Like if you go to like the beach, like probably. Yeah.
I'm not much of
Okay.
a fish person, so
Not even. Come on, you know you love Arthur Treacher. Shut up.
This is gonna come across so fucking wrong, isn't it? I'm not really that into fish either. Like not fish and chip fish anyway. Like I wouldn't really used to mind a battered sausage.
I could mess with a sausage.
No, I mean, no, I get it because you know you love spotted dick pudding.
I like spotted dick pudding. It's good.
I see that. I'm like, I crack up at the grocery store when I see spotted dick.
Oh, do you have that as well?
There's a section. There are a lot of grocery stores will have a variety of section with foods like Asian, all kinds of stuff, Mexican, so on and so forth. And then there's even in a couple of the grocery stores around me where they've got food from like the UK, English food, and they'll be like all kinds of stuff, including, as I said, spotted dick. I'm like, oh, there you go. There it is. And I crack up. I can't help but crack up because I am perpetually 12.
Same here.
Championship, ole, ole, ole. So I was just trying to the suit check.
Oh my gosh! What a goal!
I told you they'd score from a fucking forward.
Wow! What a pass on the throw, and Chechia ahead. 1-0, and then my stream went out on me.
And then Drew needs a goal now from Korea.
Yep, I need a goal. I need to go from Korea now.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Was that from a throw?
Yeah, it was from a throw.
What a throw!
It was a Kevin Dancer throw.
It was.
As soon as I chant about flipping championship, to chant into Suchek because he plays for West Ham is in championship. Another championship player scores because the captain for Czech Republic plays for Wolves.
That was just an amazing play, folks. We have a goal. What a throw.
Oh, they're not going to just allow it, though, are they?
Oh, wait a second.
They might deem that impeding the goalkeeper by the player standing offside, so I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know.
I personally would give the goal, but I don't know.
Oh, well, what's the rule? Like, okay, how would he have impeded him? Just in his sight line?
He ain't saving that regardless. Like, I would give the goal, but it's going to get checked. There you go. It's been given.
It's been okay. Obviously, as they play on, so there it is. Chechia strikes first.
Since I tried championship, a player for the championship score.
Yeah, that was unreal, Mike. I was like, what are you yammering about here? That was unreal. So now South Korea is going to have to put the pedal to the metal, as it were, to try to get level.
Oh my God, I've got some breaking news here.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Guardians breaking news. Daniel Espino is going to get called up, apparently.
Oh, just as we talked about it.
Before the Tigers, this is according to Guardians Prospective, who always gets it right. They're saying that the Guardians are promoting Daniel Espino before Tigers series starts on Friday. And he will make his debut out of the bullpen.
Okay, that's great. They've got to get, they are so thin in the bullpen, and I'm tired of seeing Festa.
Well, is there going to be like another move? Like they're going to like drop somebody or
yeah, somebody's going to have to go down.
They will have to say something.
I'm assuming it'll probably be like Stuart Fairchild or something.
It wouldn't surprise me.
The thing is, though, if Saboski's coming back next week, for example, right, you could temporarily just send down Fairchild because if he's not going to play, you could just send him down, have the extra arm, and then when Saboski comes back, you could then figure out which bullpen arm you're going to move on. Like,
yeah, no, I Definitely.
And also, Gabby Arias is going to come back soon from Arenas. So, we've got to figure out what they're going to do with him.
Wow. But I mean, Drew, Mike called it. They'd probably score on some kind of set piece. Were you, are you shocked by that? Or
No,
was this...
they're Arsenal, basically. They're just set piece merchants.
Okay. VAR's Varsenal?
Not Varsenal. Or not VAR, but they definitely get a lot of set piece goals. So it made sense they scored from a throw instead of on the field play. And it looks like they brought in Hee-Chan Wang from Wolves.
Okay.
For South Korea. So basically adding an attacker in there to pair up with Sonny up top.
And now they're bringing on another championship player.
Championship, ole. Now I gotta get South Korea to score.
In the balance here.
I can't believe I did that. I did championship ole, and as I said that.
No, I'm trying to reverse it for South Korea championship. Ole.
Oh my goodness.
And then he's gonna score, and then we're gonna get on all championship. They're gonna make 3 changes for Czechia.
That is interesting. So 60-40 possession right now. 12 shots to 4. And 5 shots. That for Czechia, they have 1 shot on goal.
Yeah.
That went in.
That was the goal. Yeah.
Unreal. The expected goals, 1.34 for South Korea, 0.40.
They're gonna park the bus. They just took off Pavad. They took off Patrick Schick and someone else. I think they're gonna park the bus. They're gonna try and salvage out the win and make it stay 1-0.
Okay, so they're just gonna go into a defensive posture.
They're basically just gonna go straight defensive.
All right, I'm telling you. This is my stand. Everybody in the goal mouth.
They're playing a Jose Mourinho tactic where they go up 1-0 and then just sub out all the forwards and they sub out the attackers and go straight into defensive mode.
And that seems so. That's ill-advised. To me, that seems ill-advised, and it's almost while it's a strategy, it's not in the spirit of the game.
No, well, and the problem I have with it is you're inviting a lot of pressure at that point because now South Korea are just gonna continue to.
Oh,
South
how was that not a foul?
South Korea is gonna dominate possession, and they're gonna start attacking more and start ripping more shots, and it's gonna leave an open opportunity for them to tie this game up. So you're basically just inviting South Korea to tie this match if they're not really careful. So.
Yep. I mean, it at some point, at some point here, I think you're right, Drew.
Because they've already been hammering the goal in the first half and a little bit in the second half. So I could see South Korea starting to work that goalkeeper a little bit more and maybe putting one back in.
Definitely. Come on. So South Korea now trying to make the comeback here. Oh, get up. I swear, these people. Oh, yeah. The ref's like, I'm not buying it. Get up. Come on. I don't know. I mean, I think that as we talked about having the Heung-min Son, thing going on here, got to root for South Korea. I think it would also make what's his name angry, whoever the North Korean guy is.
Oh, yeah, that man.
Yeah, whoever the guy is that I can't think of. It would make him upset. So that's another.
I'll never forget when I think it was the Olympics where they played the flipping. Was it the wrong anthem?
That's hilarious.
I think it was the wrong anthem.
That sounds like it could be the case.
They played the North Korea one instead of the South Korea one, I think. Or something along those lines. Or they had the wrong flag. It was one of the two. And it was kind of embarrassing.
Well, yeah, it kind of is. All right, somebody help this guy out. So, yeah. We are. Oh, a searching ball into the box. Stop! Shot! Goal! Goal! And South Korea ties it up. Just like that, we are even at 1, and Drew's bet is alive. And he's now seeing it 30 seconds later because he's watching.
I just saw it. I have it on Peacock now because I think Peacock is slightly ahead than Fubo.
Thing is, though, if this game finishes 2-2, that's going to be the biggest piss take for you because my prediction's correct, and then you'll lose your bet because it will be over 2 goals.
But what's funny is too, my prediction's still alive because I had 2-1 South Korea, so my prediction's well and alive.
So far,
and I would win my bet.
But you know, it's kind of crazy because this didn't even look like their best chance. Of the chances they've had, but just a beautiful job stopping the ball, controlling it, possessing it, getting the defender to go by, and you're going to see it on the replay in a minute. The goalkeeper's down on his buttocks, and then he just plop, flips it over him into the open net.
Yeah, he gets the keeper to bite with the player, and they both go to ground, and it's just a nice, easy little flick over the keeper.
Wow, and things have just gotten a little bit more exciting.
But it's exactly what I said. Czechia take off a few of their attackers, like Patrick Schick and Provad, and they start playing defensively, and you're inviting all that pressure.
That's crazy.
And guess what?
I hate when
they take advantage.
That stuff winds me up.
Yep, they took full advantage of it, and guess what? It's now a tie ball game. You should have kept
and
those
now
guys on the pitch.
And now you've taken off your.
It's my biggest pet hate when managers go defensive.
And Patrick Schick's
you start inviting pressure, and if you concede, you've then got no attacking players on the pitch.
Yeah,
it's like,
and that's the thing. Patrick Schick is an insanely good goal scorer. Like, why would you take him off the pitch? So in the 60th minute or whatever,
they take Provad off as well, who's like one of the
Provad. Yeah, they took Provad off.
Goal scorers in the Czech league, like you just took.
Yeah,
him off.
Yeah, because
going off.
Patrick Schick in the Bundesliga had 16 goals, 3 assists.
Well, Sonny's just been subbed.
Provad had 7 goals, 10 assists in the
it was assists that he got.
In the Czech league for Slavia Prague. And they took out Solch, who plays for Lyon, who had 11 goals, 3 assists too.
He took off their 3 best attacking players basically, and they've conceded. Great job.
Yeah, that's absolutely absurd. Like I don't get the.
And I know it doesn't really matter too, but according to FootMob, all 3 of those players were their best rated players too on the pitch.
Yeah, but they're their 3 best attacking players. It doesn't surprise me.
So you took off basically their 3 best attackers, which we said when it happened. Their 3 best attackers are going to go off. They're going to invite pressure by playing super defensively. Korea's going to tie this game up, and they're potentially going to, with 20 minutes now, they're going to go on to win this. They're probably going to go on to try and win this game, and you're going to look like an 88 if Czech loses game.
Within 3 minutes, they conceded.
Yeah, within 3 minutes they conceded.
It took no time at all, and they made those changes, and now they're going to be stuck without being able to put those people back on. Are we in the midst of a hydration break?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I was over here trying my.
It's a timeout. It's tactical timeout for both teams.
Oh, okay, great. Well, I mean, Drew, what do you think about how college soccer, if they switched college soccer now to where I don't think, or is it still the same with being able to sub in and out?
So, yeah, soccer, it's basically sub on, sub off. You're able to sub as many times as you want. It's sub on, sub off.
I hate that.
That's one rule I wouldn't implement.
So, like if this was college, Son could sit for like a few minutes and then come back on the pitch.
And I hate that. I really do. I would much prefer like they continue. I understand you want to give people these athletes or whatever it is more people a chance to play, so on and so forth.
But for college soccer, it's not even that much that. It's much more because like you want your better players to be able
Thing is,
to
though,
perform at a
the
higher
thing is,
level.
though,
So you give them a quick 2-minute break and then you
the
put
thing
it
is,
back
though,
on.
like college football, right? Surely you just go out, yeah, just invest in. If you did this as a professional team, yeah, you'd go out and invest in loads of tall guys, right, for corners, and then you just bring them all on for the corners, and then when the ball goes out of play, you just take them all off.
Yeah.
You strategically have plays just for set pieces, and you just bring them on, and then once the ball goes out of play, you just drag them off and put your main players back on.
No, that would be my strategy.
Exactly. You'd bring players just on a skill set just for set pieces, and then you take them off,
And I am so frustrated. Like I had a full for the whole time. I feel like I had full screen on my iPad, and then it went off, and now it's only a small portion. So I'm trying to fix it. So right now I'm watching on my phone.
Do you guys are you guys online streaming basically?
Since I'm not, I am watching on my
Do you have it on
mobile app for my cable system on my phone.
Oh, so you're watching from your TV's
Yeah, Verizon Fios's app. I'm watching on FS1
streaming system essentially.
Yeah, because if I could be watching it, but I'm not in the room with my TV, so
I could get my iPad and try and illegally stream it to see if
well,
I can.
I'm not illegally streaming it.
I'm just watching on free to air TV. Isn't it?
Well, right. If I were in the room with my TV, I would be watching it on the TV. But
what channel is the games on in the US?
Fox
FS1. Are they all on Fox or is it?
Yeah, I think they're either FS1 and Peacock. It's all of them. Are they on FS1 and Peacock? All of them, Drew, and Telemundo.
Well, that's what's on Peacock. It's Telemundo.
Oh, okay.
Because Fox is not on Peacock because Peacock is NBC.
Right.
So, Telemundo has a big deal with Peacock as well. So, a lot of these. So, if I try to watch it on Fubo just because I have Fubo's the English version with the English commentators.
You might be better off watching it with the Spanish commentators.
Yeah, because I don't want to hear Taylor Twellman or all those idiots.
Well, Landon Donovan was on.
Landon Donovan was but I'd rather. I don't know. I kind of want to be caught up to you guys, but I don't mind being a couple seconds behind.
No. What is he doing? Oh my God!
Mate, that was nearly worse than the flipping South Africa goalkeeper for the first goal. When Yaya Sithole
Sithole. Guys, we're not swearing. There's no H in the name. There's no H.
But it makes me think of shithole. As soon as I saw the name, I've seen his name before, and I just always thought his name was shithole. But then I realised it basically is.
There goes our monetization.
Yeah. After he's been dropping F-bombs all evening.
It's his name, essentially. I even did it in my recap video earlier. I actually put the H in his name by mistake. I'm like, okay.
That's all right.
Myself,
well, I know South Africa fans are calling him it.
Calling him that? Uh-huh. This is...
I like how Czech are trying to do the NBA tactic where they grab the player's arm and then pull themselves to the ground.
Yeah.
Or they're going up underneath and trying to hook them.
There's one play in that game earlier, right, where they gave a free kick to South Africa, I think it was. But it was clearly a foul on the flipping Mexico player.
Yeah, because he did a whole arm check or whatever.
Yeah, the ref gave it the other way. I'm like,
yeah,
it was clearly the foul the other way, but you're giving it the other way. I'm like, really?
Yeah,
that's absurd. That's absurd.
Here's a check set piece. Can they score from this?
Oh no.
Well, probably not because they took off all their attack.
They actually brought 2 attackers on in the midfielder, so they just replaced their attack.
Not good attackers. mediocre attackers. But they do have a lot of tall guys.
Schoonfeld is going to top bin this to 50. He's going to get this on their head of Souček now. Ex-West Ham on top of current West Ham, you wait.
Yeah.
All right, so they got it.
Fucking told you, they've scored.
Oh my gosh.
And it was Souček as well. It was Souček that scored. No, it's an offside.
What? Oh no.
The flag's up.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yep, the flag's up. LOL. Idiots.
Well, they're lucky he's offside because I called that. I was like, that's going to go on Souček's head.
I mean, that was a tremendous ball. I mean, just a beaut.
Yeah, he's off. It's a good ball. Yeah, it was a good ball. Good header. Good everything.
That's crazy, Mike. The fact that you called that.
I love how the manager's like aging as the game's going on. He's like 73 when the game started. Now he's like 79.
It's true.
He's like hunched over. He's like offside. It's like, dog, you need to go to a retirement home.
The thing is, I knew this because, like, Czech Republic are dangerous from set plays. Like, they're physical and they're dangerous from set plays. Like.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Now I'm talking Turkey. Well, actually, I'm not talking Turkey. I'm talking
One Piece.
So that's crazy. So I just put it on my computer, and my computer is like 2 seconds behind the mobile app. Like I'm on, it's all the same. This is so funny. Like I can't get, they're all off by like fractions of a second. I'm watching 3 things happen. Come on. I bet he saves this. Oh boy. I mean, one thing's for sure, guys, and I think that, you know, Mike, obviously that this is not speaking to you, and of course, but Drew, I would hope that for people here in the United States, you can take an interest and watch this because it's fantastic. I mean, this is not boring by any stretch of the imagination. I know we watch a game in the NBA like last night.
Cross it. Oh, what a goal.
South Korea scored.
Yeah.
Predictions on. I can go 2 for 2. I can go 2 for 2 for exact predictions.
Oh my goodness, Drew. All right.
I might have to start putting some bets on perfect exact scores because I'm about to be getting these seeds right.
Wow, this is unreal, folks. South Korea jumping. If you're watching along or watching with South Korea, after they nearly conceded a goal on a set piece, but were saved by the offside call, they come right back down to the other end and just, I mean, now wait a second. Is this gonna be ruled off?
He's onside.
Got by the defense. Wow, just a beautiful centering pass. And I mean, how the defender just lost. It went off the goalie's like face.
Do you guys see the video, the ref cam?
Yeah, which is awesome. I love the ref cam. Wait, did it go off the goalkeeper's head, or did it go right by?
I just realised though the feed's worldwide, isn't it? It's just the commentary is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. It's all the same video, just the commentary.
Also, I tried to make sure I looked up the correct score bet. It was plus 1,000. So if I put $100 on, I would have won $1,000.
That's pretty crazy. Well, Drew, a couple years ago, I think I told you, or we talked about it. When the Chiefs beat the Eagles 38-35, apparently, Jacob in my for those who are watching, my son Jacob, so at the time was in middle school. They just did a thing in class, and you could pick a score, predict the score, and whoever got closest won something. He picked the exact score.
What, in a 38-35 game?
Yeah.
I'm like, and you couldn't share that with me?
Oh my god, that was fucking close.
Wow, almost.
Before the what I was laughing at is before the throw in, the guy who threw the ball in, I forget who number 5 is. I have to look at it.
Hole? No.
Is that Kufal from
Yeah, it's Kufal. Yeah, it's Kufal. Well, he picked up the ball and he was like rubbing his hands on like his teammate's bib, like sub bib or whatever, to dry off his hands. And he noticed the South Korean player on the ground, and you can literally hear him mouth off. And I'm not gonna say it on here. I can type it into the chat. But it was hilarious. It's like, you know exactly what he said. He spoke perfect English on that.
Oh,
I don't need to know no Czechia language and know what he said.
Oh, look at this. Oh, he nutmegged him. And then the goalkeeper does a great job to get to this. Wow. That's just unbelievable. And the goalie's like, hey, dude, what are you doing? I am definitely.
I texted it to you guys in the chat. What he mouthed.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. Well, okay, so all right. Let me throw this out there to you guys. They talked about grounds for a red card covering the mouth with the jersey. Okay.
Yeah. That's only if you're in a confrontation with another opponent.
Yeah.
Okay, but you could basically be speaking in whatever your native language is.
Yeah.
A lot of these refs know so many different languages.
Okay, I didn't know. I mean, like,
but it's also the cameras, isn't it? Because if they want to zoom,
yeah, it's also on the cameras too.
They want to zoom in to see what someone said, if it was racist slur or not. They can't do that.
I mean, but okay, but, all right. So, what qualifies, or what would kind of be run afoul if it's something racist, something like that? But like, if you were cursing at the other guy, as you said, you know, in whatever the native language is, you effing this, that, and the other, is that grounds for anything? Any kind of?
You can do it as long as you're not doing that when you're saying it.
Yeah, you can do it. You just can't
put your okay.
Your mouth.
You're like, hey, man up. You're gonna talk. Let's talk.
It's because when the Vinny thing happened against Benfica in Champions League, the guy covered his mouth when he was saying it. So
I think that's what Mason Rudolph did right before Myles Garrett swung his helmet at him.
I think he still said something.
No, there has to be. How could there not have been audio of that?
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we can't find the audio as like those big like dishes of like where they like, and there's a microphone in his helmet too. It's like there's microphones everywhere. There's a microphone in his helmet. There's a microphone behind him in the end zone. There's a guy holding the big old dish mic that can get dish like 100 yards away. Like you could clearly hear what he would say. They just didn't want it to be released.
Yeah, but then Myles Garrett gets suspended for 6 games.
Yeah, and then trust me, I believed Myles Garrett when he said like he called me the N-word. It's like I believe that Myles would have no reason to lie about that.
I mean, that
because he wouldn't react like that if he wasn't called anything.
That's crazy. Because if I don't know, that makes it more infuriating. I think that 2 wrongs don't make a right. But 6 games and Rudolph, nothing. I mean, you're going to get away.
Blasphemy. It's blasphemy.
It is blasphemy.
Blasphemer.
Come on. Oh, that's goal kick. It's gone out.
Okay, good. I don't need another goal.
Yeah, because you're under 4. Are you
it's under 3.5?
Oh no!
So we're at the under 3.5.
Come on, you need this result to hold.
I just need the result to hold for a perfect score prediction and for the bet.
Because any goal screws you either way. Because
any goal screws me.
Because the goal would keep you from them not losing, but it would take you over the under.
Yeah.
Right. The goal over under on the goal total. So 2-1, and we are in the
87th.
87th minute, folks. And this has been an exciting one. This has certainly been a little more exciting than the earlier game, the Mexico-South Africa game, where
I don't know, but the 15 red cards in the first game were also
that was nuts.
red cards galore. Half the teams are suspended.
So are they okay? So they received a red card. Do they have to miss the next match?
It's a 1 match suspension, yeah.
So 1 match suspension unless the players
appeal or they
whatever can extend it to. The committee can extend it beyond that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on like the severity and stuff like that.
Excessive conduct, then like they could do the FIFA governing panel or whatever can extend it, but none of them are going to get extended, so it'll just be one game.
And
also, I'm hoping my group prediction is also correct because I did shock a lot of people. I have South Korea winning this group.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Well, they're going to have to beat Mexico to do that, most likely.
And that's what I have. I do have them beating Mexico like 1-0.
That'd be amazing. I
don't know though. Where's the game at?
I have to look.
If it's at the Azteca again, then that ain't gonna happen because they've lost twice. They're in 85 games, like 86 games now. They've lost twice.
That game will be the next game they play, and it is at this same stadium, Guadalajara.
So it's at this one.
Yeah.
It's not at the Azteca.
No.
The Azteca, their record's ridiculous. They've lost twice in 87 games. 86 games there. It's like 87 games now.
Yeah, it's unreal.
And then they played Czechia at Azteca.
Oh, no.
But the South Korea Mexico game is in this stadium. That's one of the reasons why I had it as like a 1-0 win for South Korea because if it was at the Azteca, I would have Mexico winning the group and Mexico beating South Korea. But because I do remember the stat of like 85 games, they've only lost like twice or something in that building. So I was like, they're not playing in that stadium. There's definitely a good, although it is a home match still technically because it's obviously in Mexico, but it's not as much of a home match as it is in Azteca.
But Korea will have a little bit of advantage. Like I think this is BS. Like, but some teams played back-to-back games at the same stadium. Like,
yeah.
Like
that's where they have the advantage.
Scotland playing Boston back-to-back games, like it's like how's that fair? Like then their opponents having to travel in, like.
Yeah. All right, we are now.
But then again, Scotland will probably go back to Charlotte and then go back to Boston because their base is in Charlotte, so they're probably gonna go back and then go back.
Drew, why are we not going to the games in Charlotte? How much are the tickets? Are they playing in Charlotte?
No, I told people I'll go to like I don't care who it is.
Scotland's base is in Charlotte.
Oh, okay. They're not playing in Charlotte though, right? No. I think Philly's the closest to me.
Did you guys see that Erling Haaland and Norway were at the Canes game tonight?
Oh no, I didn't. I missed that. Okay,
yeah, so Erling Haaland, a few of the Norwegian players were at the Carolina Vegas game.
Oh, that's awesome. So we've got.
They must be staying that. Their base must be that part.
Okay. Their base must be like Raleigh or someone around there.
Right. Okay. So we've got 6 minutes of added time. South Korea on top of Czechia, 2-1. Again, this is the second match of day one of the 2026 World Cup. South Korea trailed 1-0. All 3 goals scored here in the second half. And Czechia almost was up 2-1, only to have a goal disallowed. Offsides was the call. And quickly, South Korea came right back, scored, and has the 2-1 advantage. Look at him try and sell a head injury. No blood, no foul, right?
I actually hope Drew's right though, because if England win their group and Mexico win their group, they could play each other at the Azteca the last round of 16, and it's
no,
it's like, do you really want to go to Azteca the round of 16 to play Mexico? Like, whereas if Mexico win their group and England win, if Mexico don't win their group and England do, then that last 16 tie won't happen. So
hey Ethan, instead of going to Cleveland on the 20. Would you come into 26?
Yeah.
Instead of you want to meet up in Houston, Texas for Cape Verde versus Saudi Arabia. $150, baby.
How am I getting there?
Fly, baby, fly.
No, I'll just come to Cleveland. We can watch the game together.
Dude, we can watch Steven Moreira. I can wear my Columbus Crew jersey.
Oh yeah, Moreira plays for Cape Verde and
Moreira plays for Cape Verde.
We're gonna go. You know what? We're gonna go and we're gonna hang out with E Goldie, with Emmett Golden.
I was trying to get Jenna. To go to either Cape Verde or go see Curacao because I don't know if you remember, Mike, but former Crew goalkeeper Eloy Room is the goalkeeper for Curacao.
Is he number one though?
He's the number one, yeah. I was like, babe, we could go watch Eloy Room or we could go watch Steven Moreira.
He stinks, he does. He's terrible.
Well,
he's the Herrero Gomez of bloody MLS.
Shut up! What a save!
Well, if Mo Farsi didn't just come back from injury, Mo Farsi would have been on the Algerian roster.
Maybe.
That was terrible. That was terrible marking.
He's been a regular for Algeria until he got injured.
Now, Drew, what did you make of being corrected on your terminology? Yesterday, it
wasn't much of a correction. It was just a slight
variance.
It was a slight variance because I've always just called it, and I knew exactly what I was talking about. I just always called it
riding the defender, or
just holding onto the ball.
Right. Hold.
I've always just called it that. I never really said like, riding the defender, because it's like it's all the same thing at the end of the day.
Right.
So it's like it doesn't like the terminology. Yeah, it was right for him to correct the terminology a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. So
fair enough. I was just curious. I
knew he was going to say Harry Kane. Because I kind of see his game matching up to it a little bit. Like,
yeah, me too. That's what I'm saying. He it reminded me of like a Harry Kane, like a guy who could hold up the ball very well and score goals.
All right, now you got to get rid of the ball, buddy boy. You can't just sit here and fart around with it. They ain't gonna allow that.
I would love to be in a game like this and just like do something stupid, like I take the ball, I put it like behind my ass, fart on it, and then throw it in.
And then get penalised for a corner for messing around.
What if you?
I'm wiping my hands, ref.
Oh my goodness. All right, we are in the 95th minute. 6 minutes of added time. Czechia trying desperately to even the score as it stands right now. South Korea looking to hold on to it. That guy, what? Something about the head and the neck don't work for me.
You're talking about the 74-year-old manager?
Yeah, he's gonna.
I'm surprised he's still alive.
Gonna keel over there, dude, and he's wearing a suit jacket.
I know, it's like 70 degrees still over.
Well, when unfortunately when you start to get to that age, the blood thins.
Yeah, the blood thins. You're a little colder.
Exactly. He was waiting to go to Wally Waffle and couldn't get in.
People have always questioned my my heat because even it's like 40-degree weather, 50-degree weather, I'm not cold wearing like shorts, and people are like, you're crazy, whatever. Or like I'll wear like a hoodie and sweatpants and it's like 20 degrees outside, and they're like, aren't you cold? And I'm like, not really.
You're nuts.
I'm just one of those people where like I run like so hot, and even like because like we went to a Cavs game and I had on was my Cavs hoodie, I had like my Donovan Mitchell jersey on top and just wearing sweatpants. And we were walking to the arena, and I'm like, guys, I'm sweating. And it was like 20 degrees outside. I was like, I'm sweating. It's hot.
Oh, my God. All right. So are they going to – okay, Mike, is this going to be a set piece, time winding down? Headed away. Will they get one last shot at it? Oh, and we're in the 97th minute. The whistle is bound to blow. Whiffs on the shot. loose in the
He's
box.
blown. He's blown. It finished 2-1 for me.
And that will do it, folks. Wait, Drew, is it finished for you? Okay, now it's finished for you.
No, not yet. The clearance. Okay, now it's gone.
Now it is a final. So, Drew, if you win your bet, you win your parlay.
I win my bet. I'm 2 for 2 on correct predictions.
Well, isn't that impressive? Now, can you predict who the Browns' starting quarterback will be? That'll be the next one. No,
Shador Sanders.
Thank you. I'm gonna go with it because now you're a master of these things. All right, folks. Well, that was What?
I got a comment on my recent TikTok post of the prediction of this game, and this guy said, "You may be having a generational performance here, 2 for 2." I was like, "Dude, I'm having a generational performance. I'm going crazy."
Dude, that is amazing. You're the hottest handicapper on the Land Multimedia Group.
Listen, I told people I know ball.
You do. You know what? Wait a second. As you were discussing, since you know ball, then it would fit if we were on the OnlyFans platform, right?
That's what I'm saying.
You know ball.
I could sell my picks and myself.
Yes, you could literally sell your picks with a CKS as opposed to PICS. Right?
Oh yeah.
All right. All right, guys. We are off the rails. It is just before midnight Eastern time. The sun is coming up in England for Mike. I know your father will be getting up soon. It'll be time for breakfast. And with that, I think that we can close this one out. Another exciting edition of Going Nuclear and watching along with the World Cup. Hopefully we'll get to do some more of this as the tournament progresses. This is a lot of fun. I know, unfortunately, we can't show the video, but we're here and we appreciate everybody who is still sticking with us this whole time. So thank you very much for being with us. Again, be sure to like and subscribe to Going Nuclear, to all the podcasts on the Land Multimedia Group. Thank our proud sponsor, Dick's House of Sport. If you're in Northeast Ohio, head out to Dick's House of Sport in Strongsville. It's not just a store, it's a destination. Mike, go get some rest, sir.
No.
No rest. No rest for the weary.
He's gonna take about a 2-hour nap.
All right. Well, it sounds like a good plan. And so, folks, that will in fact do it for us here. So thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for all the comments. Appreciate it all night. For Drew Hagenbaugh and for Mike Pellegrini, I'm Ethan Greenberg. You've been tuned in to Going Nuclear, full-blown coverage of the land, part of the Land Multimedia Group.